people just
they don't appreciate Joe for who he is.
It's all right.
That's all it is, dude.
I mean, I probably have story upon story, but they're just not as funny anymore after there's more than one.
Well, you gotta catalog your stories, Joe, and write them down, journal them. You know,
Let's see,
we can do a whole show just on your
margarita. Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah.
There's so many things you can do in your life, like the Journal of Joe.
Journal of Joe, Joe Nouns.
Joe Nouns, I love that, dude.
I think you guys are just obsessed with me.
We are, Joe. That's why we. That's why
It's
we.
an obsession.
He told Candy that one. I think your husband's obsessed with me. Joe Session, yeah.
Are you expecting me to switch cameras right now?
No, not really.
Okay, because we're live.
We're officially live, y'all. It's the Drinking with Drew show. Welcome. We have a nice show set up tonight. We've been gone for 2 whole weeks, so post-surgery Drew is in the house, and hopefully this is like my 3rd beer since I've been out of the hospital. I'm a slow drinker right now, so forgive me. We might, see how my stomach does tonight. We have Doug Lee of Siren with us tonight, and we have Jason Stallworth of the fucking Metal Mastermind, and so many other. We'll go over his whole list of accomplishments. The latest being Overcometh, which was released in December 2023. October? I thought it was December.
It was December?
December. Thank you. But yeah, there we go. And Pajama Joe and Lusty Laura are with us as well. So it's the Drinking with Drew show. My name's Joe. Joeception. I did it on purpose, Joe. My name's Drew, and I'm drinking. Let me find the show intro.
And now, from the CapsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show.
Plumber's butt crack looks like boobs.
Mute. We are officially live.
That was a good zing.
So
it
we
wasn't
missed that
recorded.
last one.
You did miss the zinger, apparently. So we have Giorgio, a buddy of ours. He's in the comments. Thank you, Giorgio. I'm doing all right. Again, 7 days in the hospital, no joke, and 4 of those was without anything in my system as far as food's concerned. So yeah, it was a little bit of an ordeal. The surgery went well. Thankfully, I don't have a shit bag. Just got to watch a little bit what I eat right now and apparently drink, according to Laura. The doctors did not tell me I could not drink.
But we didn't necessarily ask that because it seems every time I would leave the hospital to go home or I was like at work or taking care of the dogs. Do you hear a buzz when I talk, by the way?
A
Thank
little
you.
buzz, like a fly.
Yeah, like a fly. Am I a pest?
Oh, don't answer that.
But it seems every time I would leave the hospital, the surgeon or a doctor would show up and then he would be left there and he would just listen to what they say. He wouldn't ask. He never does that. He doesn't ask questions.
Sometimes you don't want to know the answers.
I'm pretty sure if it
Right.
was that important, they would say, do not drink.
I'm on that page too. I'm like, okay, because I know people drink. So if it's really that important, so if you don't ask, then it's kind of like, okay, you got a free pass.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
I think
But he has a follow-up next week, so we'll confirm with the doctor.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, exactly. So what's up, Doug Lee?
What's up?
We have Doug Lee of Siren in the house with Simon hanging out next to him. Can you get the big shot?
Yep,
There you go. We got Simon right next to his microphone.
he's
So
even
Simon's
like,
got his own microphone.
he's ready to give a statement. We have Joe in the house, and we were saying our shorts with Joe have been slacking. Trust me, we're going to ramp up. We're over 500 subscribers now, so I think we're at 517.
Yep.
So now it's time to bust out the content so we can get those 3,000 hours per year. annually.
On Joe, my wife said she was disappointed in his performance, having only 400.
Yeah, that's
So-
slacking for
And
Joe.
I said,
Hey,
so's Joe's wife.
I'm just the eye candy. You guys are the promoters.
We got it.
What do you
I got one for you. What about you do like an evil Knievel thing with your lawnmower? And,
Oh my God,
and
we make a ramp.
jump something.
You use some scrap.
Jump
You
them
use some
amps.
scrap
Like
wood,
some-
Joe, and you make a ramp.
Some
and you-
cactuses or something.
Well, I did.
I got cactuses.
Make a ring of fire.
Oh, cool.
I threw a beer can in the yard for Joe to run over, but he didn't run it over. He just kicked it or something.
Can I share something real quick? This
Yeah.
is totally off topic. Ring of Fire, the Johnny Cash song, yeah, whatever. But so there's another song called Ring of Fire by Def Leppard. You guys have probably never heard the song
Never.
before. It's one of my favorite
Probably right.
songs, like forever. But it's Ring of Fire. No, but it's not a cover song. It's called Ring of Fire by Def Leppard. Is apparently is on their Hysteria. Like it didn't quite make it to the album. Anyway, just a little piece of
like the bonus track kind of thing.
boner track. Yeah. Oh, bonus track. Yes.
Now, are
said
you
extend.
going to bring that live? I mean, it's you do the live show with the acoustic. It sounds like an 80s.
Maybe I should
Rock,
do that.
you
I mean,
know.
nobody's going to know, but I mean, are they really listening anyway?
Yeah, but that's
So-
that trivia that you kind of throw at people.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring that. Yeah, it's a cool song.
I mean, you play Red.
Since you like it so much.
True.
Yeah.
We'll listen to it on the way home, Doug.
Okay.
But yeah, so finally over 500 subscribers. We're excited about that and had that kind of push right before I went to the hospital to get it done. And we're there, so it's only up from there. I am feeling a little bit of the suppression from YouTube. I don't know why. We were getting at least 20 subscribers a week, 10 to 20 a week, and literally right when we got 20 short, 30 short of 500, it just stopped.
My
it
stats
just
are down
stopped.
right now, so I don't know if it's seasonal. Sometimes certain things can be,
Well, you're competing with the DNC,
Well, no, this was like this has been like through July, Joe. Like
I'm just
literally,
teasing you.
So
You know who else is back?
Yeah.
Keller.
Keller, what's up? So we do have
Back
a box.
again.
Wait, I showed Laura we have a
Keller's back.
box.
Tell a friend.
We're giving Keller an ashtray.
Yep.
Drink with your ashtray that me and Joe made. Nice epoxied and looks great. I don't know if Keller's. I don't know if he still smokes cigarettes, but that devil lettuce is something that he partakes in. Not to throw you under the
Devil
bus,
lettuce.
but he's been open about it to us before. And so
It's legal in his state.
we're sending him an ashtray, a shirt, and
Koozie. We have koozies.
koozie. Well, he gave us the koozie.
Oh yeah, he
so,
gave us the
duh.
koozies. What are we talking about? We're not sending it back.
But yeah, we're gonna get it out in the mail this week. Promise, Keller. He's like, you're right.
Boy,
I've been hearing that for so long.
I text Keller the other day. I was like, Keller, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just killing time. A
He was
joke.
so proud of that.
Man,
Keller, dude.
that's worse than my dad jokes.
Yeah.
Careful, he's gonna start throwing some neck jokes at you.
I know that was a joke from the neck rolls here.
Man, so glad to be back on the show. I was really wanting to do a show last week. I got out of the hospital. And I was like, it was Monday
night.
and I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna do a show. And then by the time I got home and really things got in my head and perspective about how I was feeling, I was like, no, I can't do it. So I canceled last minute. Sorry. And today's the day. So there we go. Laura, you're not wearing your Haktua hat.
I
Where
wore
is it?
that last time. It's right here.
Well, now she's coming to visit, right?
Yeah.
I did message her talent agents. It's $30,000 for us to have her on the show.
Really?
Oh, jeez.
Yep. That's her
Well,
fee.
Whitney Cummings apparently had her on a few weeks ago,
Well,
so I
she
guess she
paid
could
her.
afford it.
Yeah, she's basically being hoarded out right now. I can't blame her.
I was gonna send in a message and see if she wanted to come to the show, but I wasn't paying for it.
No,
Yeah.
you're paying.
Yeah, I'm sure if Whitney Cummings' show, she probably got it at a lesser rate because Whitney Cummings is known. It was her podcast, so that was probably not $30,000 because she was getting more publicity,
Yeah.
more views, whatever else. But
Yep.
if the little people like the bar she's going to in St. Pete on the 30th, I think they probably had to pay an arm and a leg for her.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, how do you justify the return on investment on that though? Like spending that much money, how do you expect to make that back?
I guess long term, you're just getting the exposure.
Right.
Maybe so.
You're getting the exposure from the people who are just,
I mean,
you know.
if we had her on the show, we'd probably get 2 million views on that video.
Yeah. guessing. I mean,
we could always go to the
if
place
we marketed it
and
correctly, I
and just
guess.
record a video like she did and ask her a question. Why is it just my mic that's buzzing?
Don't worry about it. There's nothing we can do about it right now. So just ignore it.
Okay.
Nothing we can do about it.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Feed them and smile.
if we can get her on the show, Joe, we can put a second mortgage on your house.
Let's do that. That would be a great. And yeah, that's
I don't
like,
think that's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't be the ROI that he's looking for.
No.
Well, I mean, maybe she'll sleep over, hang out and walk around.
Hop
So maybe if we
walk
meet
around-
up with her at the bar and we take her home, then you don't have to pay.
Well, I mean, we could show up at the bar she's going to be at in St. Pete.
Yep.
Is it a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just, try to get a
I've been there
live
once
view.
or twice.
live interview.
You have?
Yeah, it's
never
fairly
even
new.
heard of
I
the
think it
place.
opened about 2 years ago. It's a country bar.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They have a
That
big
makes
stage
sense,
and all
right?
that. Yeah.
No, so she's going to be bombarded.
It's
with,
like literally like right in that downtown St. Pete area.
yeah. So is Lisa on yet? She's
Not. I don't see
guess
her yet.
walking
We have
home.
8 viewers, but only Keller. Clipboard.
that was
Oh,
my,
okay.
my pamphlet.
His
As long as
notes.
it wasn't electronics.
He just karate chopped it into next week.
Okay, but as long as it wasn't like electronics.
Or
No.
dude, I'm glad you're growing.
Got the kids kicked out of school
Yeah.
because she had the OnlyFans sticker on the car.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, she offers topless massages and topless haircuts.
Oh.
So if we can get
What state?
Florida.
okay,
Located-
Sometimes you put like milk-based lotion on your head after your head. So
so if we can get that set up, we could do that for the show.
Doug Yin.
Huh?
Doug is
Really?
not cutting his hair.
Get a
No.
topless haircut.
Topless haircut.
Nope.
He'll go for the massage. He'll go for the topless massage.
Did you say milk? Milk product?
Jason.
He
You're
will-
putting milk on your head?
He puts coconut milk on his head.
I was trying to tie in the whole
It's a
boobies
Thailand thing.
next to your head type of thing. You
okay,
know,
okay.
Oh, you're
They
talking
just
about
went
like,
right over everybody's head.
He just
like
wanted-
those titties will be.
he just wants her to Mickey Mouse him.
This camera's driving you crazy. Oh,
Crooked.
I think you make it buzz, 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 buzz.
Nope. Gone.
Whoa,
Oh,
there, a little out. You can see
There
his
you go.
boogers. There we go.
do I have any boogers?
Last
No.
time we didn't fix it and it drove me crazy. I'll show. So I'm gonna fix it while we're
There you go.
in the start.
Now you're fixed.
There you go, Joe.
What she said.
All right.
So
Man.
that's something we're gonna try to set up after we get body painting done.
Yep, that's on the list.
We have such
Laura
high
said-
ambitions for the show.
Laura's giving me some backlash on the body painting only because now she knows who's doing it. And she's,
No, I said
Not a
I
fan.
don't know who's doing it.
well,
I
you
know
who's
I know
doing
who it is now, but I still don't know said person, and I don't want to like. Still stranger.
here's the
I
thing.
don't want to be
Here's the
touching
thing.
a stranger.
You didn't know who was going to do it when we originally planned it, right?
But Casey was also in the mix, and I knew that it was kind of
Casey's
going to
still
fall
in the
through.
mix.
Then let Casey do it. Why do I have to do it? Why does it have to be two people doing
Because
it?
that's more fun to watch.
I thought we were body painting Joe for a second, but I mean, I guess that's not.
No, I mean, we would probably get views on that, but,
Would you get body painted?
Look, if we're going to body
You
paint
know.
Jason, we're gonna create a new account for that. And we're gonna market
I mean,
it on Grindr.
there's
We'll
a
call it
bear
bears.
community.
Yeah, we're gonna.
There's a very big bear community on the YouTube.
and we would call it something in that regard.
Yeah.
We should have a competition. We should body paint Jason and Joe, two different Just saying, it's a great idea.
Man,
We lost cable.
what do you mean?
No,
I don't know. It just popped out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
it was his charger cord.
Oh,
trying to get Joe Cam set up.
We'd call it the bears.
the Bears.
So
There you
this
go.
wasn't charging the whole time, so it probably has
Oh,
very
no.
little battery. All right, go Joe
Oh,
Cam.
this is itchy. What camera? 7?
All right, we have Joe Cam.
So fuzzy. It's not
Joe Cam.
focused.
Well, hang on here. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Hey, where's Simon? Oh,
Autofocus is poop.
Yeah,
There's Simon over there.
there's Simon. There's so much clutter in the way. People don't realize how much clutter is in.
It's a lot.
Studio.
It takes a lot.
That
to put
table
this
is
little-
amazing.
So amazing.
Battery died already.
No, I know, right? Yeah, the HDMI cord.
Oh my gosh, he's making out with
Watch,
Yeah.
watch
Oh my
the mic. Watch your mic.
Attack of the Wolf.
Just put your foot up when he comes.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. You guys.
You did because it was delayed, and I was like, "Hold on," and I
No, but-
listened to it as it was coming through.
I thought
and it
Laura
was-
came up with that. I didn't know.
No, he said it by accident.
it was a
Freudian
faux pas.
slip.
I don't recall saying that.
He did, and we're like, "Wait, what did you just say?" And so
Did Laura
because the-
whisper it to you and then you said it? Is
No.
that how that happened?
No.
No.
They might actually change the name of the band.
right?
I gave him that idea. I don't think so. All right, so we're trying a beer. How are you guys on your beer? We're trying a beer that Doug
Yeah, we'll just
brought.
try
It's a pumpkin beer.
I'll grab it.
Time.
I love that everything is early Halloween already.
I'm not quite there yet, but
Marshalls, Home Goods,
Just
they've
pinch the
been
bottom,
having
you'll get closer.
Halloween stuff for months now. I mean, it's been taking all my paycheck, but I love it.
yeah. So Scott Burns had a book
Simon.
signing,
Come on, move.
and
Explain to everybody else who he is.
Scott Burns is a very well-known recording mix. Well, I guess he's a sound engineer, but he recorded so many: Obituary, Death, you name it. I mean, the list goes on. Doug, help me out. Some Deicide, probably.
Obituary.
I've got his book in there. I meant to bring it in.
Hey, Joe, you want to go? Where is it at?
I mean, we're gonna talk. When Scott's gonna be on the show, and we're gonna talk to him.
Really?
Cool. Wow.
So yeah, he's gonna come on the show,
Cool.
and they have a beer. He made a beer, and they canned a beer with a label
Yeah.
for him for this book.
It's
So I bought some of that.
mango, passion fruit, and what was the third one?
I don't know.
There's another fruit that I'm like, ugh.
Dragon fruit.
No, passion fruit, mango. There's 3 of them, and they're all like flavors I'm not a fan of. So it's either going to be so bad because I'm not a fan of those flavors, or it's going to mix perfectly and it's going to be amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
And it's a sour.
he says he's gonna come on the show, but we got to work that out. But so just a heads up, Scott Burns will be on the show. So here we go. We're gonna try this beer. It is Gourds Gone Wild. I'm sure
Nice.
that's a play on Girls Gone Wild.
Of course.
This is from Tampa Bay Brew Co.
Local.
And there we go. So we're going to let Doug Lee, since he's the one that brought it, we'll let Doug, hang on one second. Let me make sure we got the, there we go.
6%.
Who's trying it first? Doug, you want to go first? Go ahead. You brought it. You bring it.
Contains lactose.
My button's stuck.
What she said.
There you go.
Do you feel like a
Not bad.
basic white girl now?
I do.
Pumpkin spice?
It's not overpowering.
Yeah.
I think that's why I liked it.
Okay. All right. Jason.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It's an ale too.
Well, why is it giving me little, so,
Clicking the wrong one.
well, they both say 10 seconds, but one's only 3 seconds. So
That's what you
Alright.
promise all the
That's all
time.
it
Yeah,
takes, man.
that's
Yeah.
what I
That's
said.
what
I
you
get it.
promise.
I'm like, we're going to do 10
Sometimes
seconds.
the wind can blow for like 2.5 seconds. Like, oh, all done.
All right.
No, this is
Quick-
good.
Yeah.
And like Doug, like you said, I've had this before too, a long time ago, probably a year or so ago, and it's not
Probably at
overpowering.
my house.
Probably so.
What's the percentage on it?
6.
6? Okay. Joe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a pass.
Okay.
I can do that.
All right. Let me give it a whirl.
By the way, before you take a sip, Lisa is on. She says, hey, everybody.
Hi, Lisa.
Candy is on. She says, hey, everybody.
What's up? What's up?
So everybody's-
Hey, Lisa.
Chit-chatting
Cool,
in
cool.
the comments over there.
There we go. All right.
go ahead.
Here we go. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. I like it too.
Now, I won't go out and buy like 5 cases of it like I did one time.
The Oktoberfest,
Yeah.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
I had, because it was seasonal, obviously, so I went and I bought 3 cases of it thinking I would drink it all year long. And I didn't, so I had 2 cases just sitting in the garage.
That's when we had Garby try the new and the old,
Yeah.
but they were both just old.
Well, there's only
It was a prank on Garby.
the only seasonal I would buy a lot of is that Hershey's, the Yingling Hershey's Porter. That's
Yeah.
a really
That's
good brew.
stuff too.
And you can get that probably at the Yingling, the
Probably
brew
so.
house year round. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
I
trying.
went to go buy the blueberry cobbler actually when I bought this. Blueberry cobbler's over.
Oh,
Really?
it is?
Yes, done. Now it's all pumpkin beer time.
There's something about the fall weather and like all the pumpkin beers and the brown ales that come out too.
We
Just,
forgot
you know.
to. We forgot to let Laura try.
Oh
it.
no,
A little early.
Laura loves the beer, right? She loves. It's awesome.
It tastes like pumpkin.
Made a face.
Tastes like poo poo.
Tastes like Marshalls.
She's gagging.
Tastes like pee pee.
Pee pee and poop at the same
Pee pee
time.
and poo poo.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
What if you made an
I'm not a
artificial
beer
flavor?
fan. I'm not a beer fan, so it takes a lot
So-
for me to be like, oh, I can do this again.
So is
No.
beer nasty?
Yes, I'm not a fan of beer.
Did you like the
So you
blueberry?
like that video I
Did you
shared
like the
last week,
blueberry?
right?
I like the blueberry.
You
Yeah,
like the blueberry cobbler?
I did. Yep.
You didn't
I
like the
blueberry.
Didn't like the
probably liked the-
Candyland though, right?
No, I wasn't a fan of the Candyland.
Wasn't
Yeah.
a
Candy
fan
try
of the
that?
Candyland.
Yeah. Look at me rhyming like I'm a poet.
So the other beer you brought, is that a blueberry?
No.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
the one
he's-
that's out there?
there's one
Oh.
out there. Yeah, we can, you know.
I mean,
Well, you guys like that My Boy Blue a lot. So
Yes.
Yeah, my boy Blue.
Yeah, my boy blue.
They have that all the time, though, don't
Yeah.
they?
yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
It'd
I
be
don't-
dumb if they didn't have that year round. That's a good seller.
Well, blueberries, yeah, that's definitely a year round. But you have to have it with the blueberries. Like you got to get the frozen blueberries in there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing that I like going to World of Beer because they'll put the frozen blueberries in the beer when you're having a blueberry beer.
So that bumbleberry I got might be better that way too.
That's the one in
And
the
the
garage.
blueberry cobbler probably be better with blueberries too.
Yeah.
Live blueberries in it.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. So, I mean, do you want to grab that out of the garage? It's up to
No,
you.
I'm okay. I'm finishing my White Claw.
Okay.
Well, that's a ghost favorite fruit, by the way. Blueberries.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
God, they just keep getting worse.
All right. All right.
Is that the band
But they're still
or
so
is
funny.
that the Casper?
Yeah.
So,
It's just rough.
Joe, when was the last time you were in Victoria's Secret?
Oh.
I don't know, 20 years ago.
That's why your marriage is failing. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man! Oh my God! That wasn't even a zing. That was just like a bat to the kneecap.
He was
Jesus.
he was waiting on that setup.
That was like Bon Jovi's shot to the heart, man. I know you got a Bon Jovi
No,
shirt
because
on.
there's
so-
no way I could answer that fairly. Because if I say it was a long time ago, he's got that joke lined up. If I say it was recent, he's got some sort of creepy joke lined up.
Right.
So
No, what would the creepy
either
joke have
way,
been?
either
Yeah.
way, he's got something lined up.
Yeah.
So
Joe-
can we take it back and say, well,
Oh yeah,
I went there.
I was just there like last weekend.
There we go.
He would say, "Are you wearing it now?"
Of course.
Can we see, Joe?
I mean, you got to pay extra for that.
Don't we have a Joe obsession?
Joe, have you ever masturbated to a mannequin in lingerie?
No.
A mannequin in lingerie? I
I-
feel like I need to ask, have you?
No.
Man,
So,
mannequin.
Asking for a friend.
No, not the movie mannequin, right?
no.
Oh.
No, but there's a guy that got injured inside of Victoria's Secret. And
It was not me.
he's suing Victoria's Secret.
See, just because Garby's not here, he's got to pick on me instead.
Right.
He
So,
How do you get injured?
He says, man badly injured due to inconspicuously placed display at Victoria's Secret in New York City store.
Okay, I don't.
So,
I don't
Lisa
think.
was
He
it
was,
like,
I don't think he was in Victoria's Secrets. I think he was going by it, and he drove into the wall or something.
I don't know.
maybe he was like
Says
rounding a
in.
corner and there was like a mannequin like right there and he fell and maybe the hand went up his butt or something.
Show,
I
mean,
think he was
felt
like
wrong.
going past like the storefront, and he saw it in the window, and he like crashed into something.
all right,
That's what I was thinking. He's checking out the mannequin and he bumps into a
Show
pole or
camera
something,
8.
Right?
Lisa, do you know where this is at? This is New York City.
Oh,
So maybe you've been there. I don't know.
Isn't that her in the picture?
did we walk by that? If Candy's watching, I don't know. If we
So
did.
this is the Victoria's Secret in New York. It says New York City. I don't see anything outside for this guy to
Well, But what did the article say? Well, you didn't read the article.
Yeah, I don't think it's out there. It was probably inside.
It doesn't say how he was injured, and that's why I'm curious as to how you injure yourself inside of Victoria's Secret.
Negligently placed display which sat above the staircase and
So unless it fell on him,
did he like fall down the stairs because he ran into it?
I fell down the stairs and my shoes fell off.
It says dangerous trap-like condition. So he got trapped.
So it fell on top of him.
I don't know.
I mean, there's worse ways to go out.
I mean, he probably got penetrated by a part of it or something.
I'm assuming you guys are booting this one.
But can we look at these mannequins for a minute?
Yeah, I mean.
So why? Well, remember back
it was
in
at
the
the top
day.
of the stairs. So it's not those.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like no wigs, like no.
Are you
heads.
saying remember when the
when they looked like people?
They used to look like people.
Remember when
That was when Kim Cattrall was it.
Only one of them even has a head.
Yeah. They used to actually look like women.
You don't even need a head.
I mean, they got boobies.
Are
They
they
probably
woke,
have nips too.
are they what they call woke mannequins? Is that what they are?
I don't
Maybe.
know, but it's just they don't.
They might have a penis.
I think they toned them down a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Speaking of mannequins with nips, has anybody seen the ads for Kim Kardashian's
Skims.
for Skims line? It's literally called a nipple bra.
Yep.
So it's a padded bra, but it has built-in nips. So you're constantly walking around with THO showing through your shirt because there's so much padding, you wouldn't be able to see your own nip. So they built them in for you.
They fake nips.
What's
They fake
THO?
nipped it.
What's THO?
Titty hard on.
That's the first time
Okay,
for me. I've never
okay.
heard
Oh, you guys didn't? You've never heard?
I
No.
like it.
Could you say it one more time? HCO?
THO. Titty hard on.
THO.
Yeah.
Titty hard on. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can't believe you guys have never heard. I've been saying that since I was like in freaking high school.
Well, that's why we haven't heard of it. We don't hang out with,
But I'm just saying it's been around for 20 plus years.
Well, Laura's a youngster, though. So that's,
She is.
But I graduated high school 21 years ago.
Oh.
Drew went to,
21
Drew went to
years
the
ago.
cradle
I
rock,
did.
like rock the cradle of love, like Billy Idol.
Cradle of filth.
Cradle of filth. Oh, amphetamine.
What? That's a compliment.
Cradle of Filth?
Don't look at me like
This is
that.
a cool band. Trust me. If you want,
It is.
watch
Oh,
the
like
video.
a band? There's a band called Cradle
She's
of
got,
Filth?
she's got a filthy mind.
Danny
I
Filth.
thought you were like just saying I was dirtier from the gutter.
Watch the music video for Nymphetamine. It's a cool video. It's,
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't be so insulted.
No, you won't. Trust
Hey,
me.
can you put this in the fridge while we're
Yeah,
yapping
of
and
course.
Yipping and yapping.
double fisting?
Well, as long
Appreciate
as
it.
we're gonna go in there anyway, put this one in too.
Jason is the beer winch tonight,
Yep.
courtesy of capsflorida.com. Had to get that out there.
We should have a beer winch or outfit for whoever sits in that particular seat since it's
Right.
the way
Good
the-
idea.
What about a
Yeah.
cool hat?
What about a bow tie?
Some lederhosen. You're
Just
gonna
just an
can't tell
apron
that
with
off.
nipples on it.
Yes,
think
it
an
has to
apron-
have the nipples.
An apron with nipples.
Apron
Yeah.
and a
Can we get the
and a
acronym
skirt.
one more time? The HTO?
THO.
THO.
Titty hard on.
Titty hard on.
Why isn't it nipple hard on?
I don't know.
Titties.
It's just always been T.
Okay. I mean, I'm not.
NHO.
Arguing with it, but-
THO.
I mean, I've heard of like a lady boner,
Yeah.
You
but I haven't heard titty hard on.
I thought
lately.
women
I
were-
have heard it in the past.
Wasn't
but not
there a
very
phase
often.
when women were like taping marbles to their nips?
No.
I
think
never went
there
through
was.
that phase. If
Never-
anything,
never heard of that.
there was a like they have what's called like t-shirt bras where it's like it's not padded to give you like more like to increase your size. It's just padded enough to where you prevent THO from showing.
So
So it's like it just keeps you nice and smooth. But like, I would not walk around with fake nips on my bra. Like it's just weird.
I'll think about
Like,
raisins.
here are my natural nips. One's up here, one's down here. They're not equal.
There's this real quick. There's this kid in middle school, and these two girls are twins. They were just going through the puberty and just they were starting to pop out. And this one kid would just yell out, "More raisins!" Because remember that was like a commercial back then. The California raisins,
Yeah.
more raisins.
Well, there's also a South Park episode. Like instead of Hooters, they actually have raisins.
No.
It's like the
Lisa,
restaurant.
you're not being ignored. Laura's not paying
I'm
attention.
just
but
I'm telling
trying.
stories and educating them on what THO is, so I'm not in the comment at the moment.
It's okay.
We got some
Yeah.
Got a
education.
lot of comments going on,
Yeah.
Got,
oh, Will.
William.
Hey,
Hi,
Will.
Will.
Yeah,
on,
thank you.
Will?
He has heard of THO. He's that. Wait, are you saying I'm old, Will? Or are you saying
course.
they're old, so they should have heard it? I think he's saying
No,
you guys
I
should
think
have
he's
Is
heard
that
saying
it.
you're
Sir
old.
William
He's
James?
saying you're
No,
old.
it's Will. Another Will that we know.
Oh, another Will.
Another Will. Another one.
So, okay. So we don't know how he was injured in Victoria's Secret, but I was just trying to come up with some possibilities as to how he could have been injured. Like, did he get too close to the mannequin and try to anchor? You know, that seems like something you might do, Joe.
It's definitely not something I would do.
All right.
Or he could have been like walking through, got distracted by some hot young thing. They're shopping for her own needs, and he didn't notice the mannequin in his way, and then he fell. And I don't know if he fell down the stairs. So they mentioned it was by the stairs, or if he got impaled by a certain piece. I don't know.
I thought you got distracted by it and walked into a wall or something.
It's possible.
Who knows?
I wish we had more details, though.
Yeah, it came out.
Well, the problem is it's an open case, and it's also.
But he had 3 weeks, and this is the amount of material he comes up with.
What? This is the
Sounds like a
pamphlet's
case of
packed,
open
Joe.
ass.
The pamphlet's packed. Trust me.
You sound like the CIA guy. It's an open investigation.
Well, it is. It's a lawsuit. It's a lawsuit, so it's open.
So what?
And then there's the HIPAA laws. So it's the medical stuff that we can't talk about because the injury is covered under HIPAA. So, yeah, you know.
I'm sure he'll sell his story.
But they wrote a story about it, literally leaving out all those details. So that's the problem. They made a story out of it without providing any details. So
You can tell the story-
we're doing the same.
You can tell the story was written by a man because the men don't care about the little details. A woman will be like, what about this? What about, a woman will get every single detail and write like a novel instead of just a quick 2-minute read. Yeah.
But first off, when you go into Victoria's Secret, men don't know how to act. Okay. So, well,
Especially old men, right?
Well, first off, we don't know how to ask for clothing when we don't know the size of the girl we're buying for. So we try to tiptoe around it. And they're like, well, what body size is she? Or what, I just want to do this. I want to go put my hands on and then they know what we're doing. Or
They probably would.
they should have a figurine. They should have different flip boards of body sizes so men could
Flick out
through-
similar.
Fling up
through.
Facebook and be like, here's the girl.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we could be
it's
like,
true.
okay, she's this body type and this, that, and other. But I mean, we don't do well there because it's not set up for men. It's definitely set up for women buying for themselves. It's not set up for men buying for women.
And
it
that's
should
changed because originally it was designed for men as a safe space for men to be able to buy stuff for the women.
A safe space.
Yes. And that's originally what Victoria's Secrets was set up for. It
'Cause
was
it
set
was a
up.
secret.
It was set up for men, and there is no Victoria. It's named after Queen Victoria, the Victorian age.
Well, it was created by an old man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's from Ohio.
He's from Ohio.
Joe, you know so much cool stuff, dude.
Yeah, because
I'm jealous.
because it's not a
It was-
metal song.
It
you
was
don't
a
know.
song that gave
Joe-
us the information.
Jason's going to write a song about this. On the
So
next
there's a girl
album.
named Jax, and she writes
Who-
these quirky little songs
Have
on
you
YouTube.
seen her Hawk Tuah song?
Yes, I did. It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
So this girl named Jax, and she's got a lot of followers on YouTube, and she writes these quirky little songs.
Yeah.
And Victoria was made up by a dude was the song that she wrote 2 years ago, and it went everywhere.
Viral everywhere. But she writes that he's an old man
Yeah.
from Ohio.
Yeah.
It's not even a woman who made making the clothes.
But the truth is, even outside that song, the store was originally designed for men, so men have a place to go and buy stuff for their women. It wasn't marketed towards women. It was marketed towards the men.
Times have changed, haven't
Yeah.
they?
All right, camera 8.
Camera 8.
Now they let women out of the house so
All
they
right,
can do their
so-
own shopping.
These are dolphins.
Joe,
Oh, jeezums.
do you think she enjoyed this?
No,
I
no.
think she enjoyed it. I think she's really look at
I mean,
her,
this
look
is.
at her laughing.
I don't understand how this is not considered bestiality.
That dolphin has got to be 500 pounds, and she has just got
She's
railed.
100 pounds
She
soaking wet.
Literally just got railed.
I mean,
now watch her boyfriend. He's like,
He's hold her back.
He's like, do
He
it, baby,
stepped
do
back,
it.
You got to give her back support.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like, I
think-
want to watch this.
But I don't think the dolphin is humping. It's not
Yeah.
like
I
a
was
dog
about to-
humping.
I don't know about
think
that.
it's-
Yeah. I
That's
think
bestiality right there.
let's take it out
That's
of
illegal.
context, right?
Because dolphins do that motion when they're skimming the top of the water, when they
Yeah.
keep their tail in the water but their body's above it and they're
Yeah.
almost walking on water. So that's the motion that they do there. So I think he's just trying to stay up.
Yeah,
on
but when
the
there's
surface.
penetration, there's penetration.
There's no penetration.
Yeah.
Well, there's no
Yeah, there is.
penetration. I'm just saying. I think she enjoyed the vibration of humping a dolphin.
She got
Thrust.
she got a load on her too.
I mean, I think it would be funny, but I don't think it was enjoyable.
Did she have THOs?
Well, I think she had a life vest on, so you can't really
No,
see.
she doesn't.
Does she?
No,
She has something on. A wetsuit.
Play it again.
she does not have anything on.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Nope, it's
I don't
just
know.
a
I
shadow.
can't see.
So I think she got some THO there.
She's laughing.
Oh yeah, she's enjoying it 100%. Definitely probably do it again if she had the chance.
Now, if you had the chance, would you?
No.
No?
No. I
Laura?
mean, for one,
No.
No?
I mean, look at she puts her legs out and everything. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I'd be like, if that was a joke and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a joke. By the time it went into like 3 seconds, I'd be like, okay, joke's gone too far.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But this is like 10 seconds.
I wonder if somebody was dressed in a dolphin suit and then
Joe's got a dolphin
That's
suit hanging in the garage.
Her boyfriend's at home in the dolphin
Joe's at
suit.
Wiki Watchy, like,
You got to learn their language. You got to study their language, you know?
damn it, I don't have a dolphin in here. Oh, so sad. Bastards.
Say flipper.
Right. Mhm. They don't even have fish.
Fish
Oh, well.
don't make noise.
Okay.
yeah,
Bubbles is all you get.
Bubbles is what I get. Yeah. Anywho. So anyway, yeah. How about in India? Tell me if you guys agree with this.
No, we disagree.
Everything. Disagree.
Not if she's 7 years old.
Oh.
oh,
Should women be able to buy seats
Oh.
on an airline away from men?
in India.
That's what they're doing in India.
Yeah,
No.
they piloted this program, I think 6 months
Ah,
ago.
good pun. Piloted.
Yeah.
Because
They started
That was
this
a good
about
one.
6 months ago for like, so you don't have to sit next to creepy guys. Like, you know, you can
Right.
pick male or female when you choose your seat. And
Yeah.
so when you go and pick your seat, you could only want to sit next to a woman
I'm
instead
okay
of a
with
man.
that. I mean, that's kind of the freedom and choice, knowing where you're going to sit. I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
It's kind of like when women are given the option of being stuck in the woods
Yes.
with a man or a bear.
Mm.
They
Chose
choose
the
the
bear.
bear.
So a gay man, a big gay man, right?
Big gay man. Big,
Because
hairy
they've never
gay
been
man.
stuck in the woods with a bear before. That's why
Right.
they picked that.
Yeah.
Well, but you know,
The point is that the what I think Drew is getting
get
to
it.
is the messed up part is the women get to choose,
Mhm.
but the men don't get that choice. If everybody can choose their seats and everyone can see male or female, then yes, I think that would be
Well,
fine.
it's kind of
But
like,
only women get the choice.
yeah, it's kind of like, because men are always going to choose to
understand,
sit
yeah.
next to a woman instead of sitting next to a
that's
man.
not true.
If
No,
they're
it's
going to
in
get
India.
the option of like,
What do you care?
first of all, women are probably like smaller, so they can like take both of the armrests, but also too, like they're probably just going to pick women over men, and that's the
So-
same concept
but
of like the dating app Bumble. Like
Let's
the
ask-
women are the ones that have to make like the contact or have to say yes, I'm interested or whatever before there can be any type of communication between the two. It's because men are more apt to just hit on anything.
Well, is this an indication of men in India being overly aggressive or overly like
Well,
Is
yeah.
India one of those places
men
in the
kinda
world?
very chauvinistic?
So
Yeah.
I'll share a quick, and of course I'm not going to name names, but someone was over there training, and then the woman was trying to speak over the man in India. We had the U.S. boss going to India, so there's a man and woman they're talking to, and the woman would try to speak, and the man would kind of shut her down, and then the boss is like, "Well, let her speak," and then she found out later, "Hey, don't do that because our culture's a little different here." So, my two questions to that would be like, is this a cultural thing? Then, even if it is or it isn't, how would you ensure the woman doesn't sit by the creepo, right? If that's, I mean, if that's because there's got to be some kind of reason why we're implementing this in the first place. There's got to be some kind of legitimacy behind that. So,
'Cause you're hearing a lot of stories
You know what
about
I mean?
men
Right.
like rubbing and touching and
You mean
So-
being like
so then we know.
aggressive towards women on planes because they're stuck.
Right.
You have nowhere to go.
So we
kind
know
of.
just
there's a
happened this
problem.
weekend with a former football player?
He urinated
gotta-
on someone.
Yes, he did.
But what I'm saying is,
Right.
is we know that there's an issue. Then, so we can't really dance around it. We have to like put some kind of. We have to solve it somehow. Is
Yeah,
the way
but-
I see that.
But
How do you do that?
Giving women the choice to choose where they want to sit,
Okay,
and
so-
not giving men the choice to
so
choose
if
where it's not right.
So if you say that's not right, then what is your solution?
it's
so
in
these
India.
women.
Well, it's-
no, but what is the solution then?
It's either you give everyone the choice to pick their seats based on the available data,
Okay.
or you don't.
But then you're again.
The original problem, like there had to be some series
Something
of
had to have
events.
happened.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to address that. We can't just say, well, everybody gets to choose. I get it. Everybody gets to choose, fine. But we're not addressing the real issue then. Like,
Right.
what is the underlying issue here? Why is it an issue? And how do we solve that?
And why did it start in India?
Because airplanes put people too close together. They've gotten rid of every square inch of personal space, and they put the blame on the people now because they create an environment where it's frustrating. You know, you're taxed with the expense of the flight, all the delays, and all that stress, and then people just lose it.
What did Keller say?
Keller says he would choose to sit next to Jason's neck rolls.
All three of them. Oh man.
They get their own
say-
seat.
They got
their own seat.
He would sit inside the neck rolls. Be like
Keller,
a little,
dude,
little
Keller,
sleeping bag.
yeah.
Is he gonna sit on the window or the aisle?
Both.
Keller, you're killing me.
Literally.
You're coloring me.
Oh goodness.
All right. Well, I don't plan on going to India anytime soon.
Yep.
But I'm assuming this is only in India and not flights going to India. Like if you're this is Indigo Airlines.
It's probably just the airline that's
But if the airline is in Tampa and you're booking a flight from Tampa to India,
I would choose not to identify my gender.
there you go.
But
Joe,
all I'll say-
your Joe nouns would be
Joe down to love it.
Jim and Jer.
But all I'll say to that is, so I think it is specific to a certain region or country or culture or whatever, right? And whatever that may be, because I don't want to pick on that. I know plenty, and Joe, you do too. We know plenty of people from India. They're
But not
amazing.
just India, like
All over, right.
Jews. There's a lot of people in the Jewish community that don't shake hands with men and women, things like that.
But going back to this issue, though, there are some cultures or some parts of the world where men are a bit more dominating, and they feel like they have the right. That too, right? And they feel like they have more rights over women. So there are issues in certain areas of the world where that happens. So if you're wanting to solve that and correct that, I do think you have to have some control in place.
I think
right?
it's not metal.
Well, it could be
not metal
It
enough.
could be
Metal
it
enough.
could be metal. Some Cannibal Corpse, they'll get over themselves, right?
All right. So, in a related story, could you imagine being on an airline, a flight, and comes over the loudspeaker? They say,
Sorry? Wrong one. Hold on for a minute, y'all.
We got it on the wrong speed. We got it on the wrong speed. Let's speed it up a little bit.
Demons.
Attention. We cannot land. I am not qualified.
Yep.
So
They fucked that up.
Well, the thing is that they, this guy, I guess the pilot wasn't qualified to land at a certain airport. Was basically said, we have to divert to XYZ airport because I am not qualified to land.
Yeah, you don't.
And
reveal
everybody
that, right?
freaked out.
No, but the thing is, it's
Yeah.
not that he's not qualified to land. It's that this specific airport has a short runway. and
Right.
They have a
Right.
specific certification that even experienced pilots
Yeah.
are not allowed unless they have an additional certification.
Yeah.
And he can land planes in a million fucking places, but just that one airport, he's not on the list.
But that's where you say, hey guys, we've got to make a little detour here. Everything's gonna be okay, and we're
But
gonna.
it's a matter of the way you phrase it.
Right.
Because, like he said, they said, I'm not qualified to land, which makes people think, well,
Or
if
men
he can't
die.
land here, he can't land over there.
Right.
Like,
It's a
we're
great
just
question.
gonna put it down and hope for the best.
Did he fail landing in flight school?
No.
Like what happened?
No, he's an experienced
I
pilot. He
know.
had years, but he didn't have the certification for
list.
that airport. Yeah.
Right.
You're not on the list.
You can't come here.
Right. You're
So-
not on the list.
And I
You can't come
actually,
in.
I see what you're saying. Like, just the false warning that you panic people
yeah.
is
shouldn't have done
scary. But I had a similar thing. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the blackout back in 2003. I don't know if it made it all the way down here.
I
to
blacked out
Florida.
a few times in 2003.
No,
too.
August of 2003, there was like a transformer went, and then the entire East Coast went black. Like, it went everywhere.
Why's it got to be black?
Like the whole, like a blackout. All the power went out for like 800 miles up and down the East Coast.
Why does it have
Nice.
to be black, Joe?
Okay.
50 Shades
So
of Dark.
no light, not black, but no lights. Okay. So at that point, I was in an office building on the 43rd floor. And they said,
Oh.
they came on the loudspeaker, and this is 2003, so it's 2 years after 9/11. They said, we experienced a major hit. And everyone's like,
Oh God, yeah.
Too
like,
soon.
and at that point, like the generators were just trying to like kick on, and like the emergency lights, and we had to walk down 43 flights of stairs in the dark. But
Nope.
when they came on the emergency speaker and said we experienced a major hit, we're like, what the fuck is going on? We're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm surprised there wasn't like panic, people getting pushed
at
down
that
the
point,
stairs.
they didn't know that the blackout was so widespread. They thought it was like local. They didn't realize how widespread it was.
Now going back to the landing
But
strip.
same thing though, you know.
Yeah, same thing about the landing. Does Joe
Well,
prefer short
do they
landing
know it's a
strips or
major
long
hit?
landing strips? That's
I
The happy
prefer.
trail.
I mean, you got to switch it up every once in a while. You just can't have a landing strip. You just can't have smooth sailing. You gotta switch it up every once in a while.
Joe, Lisa wants to know if LaGuardia Airport in Queens is one of those short runways because she said some flights end up in Jamaica Bay.
It happens. I don't think that's one of the ones that
Oh,
has a
wow.
certain specific certification, but I have heard the stories. Yeah.
And Jason Keller wants to know if you were in American Wedding because you look like the guy who had a dance off with Stifler.
I don't.
He probably hasn't
Never
seen the movie.
movie before.
The movie's not metal enough for him.
Hang on, let me see if we can YouTube that.
The
Probably.
movie's not metal enough for you.
Hang on, dance off with Stifler.
American Wedding, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a big dude. I think that was during like the bachelor party.
Why is Keller asking if I have a Stifler?
Stifler is the guy in the movie.
Have you never seen an American Pie movie?
He hasn't.
Probably not.
Probably haven't. No.
Oh my
Sorry, yeah.
gosh.
Candy won't let him watch
He
it.
had sex with a pie.
That's
Well, not Stifler, the other guy. One time at band camp.
stuck a flute in my pussy.
I remember-
Nothing's ringing a bell.
I remember
The
hearing all
American
that
Pie?
stuff, but I
Yeah.
didn't actually watch it though.
All
I
right.
probably did watch it just for my memory sucks, guys. So
Is this it?
With the assless chaps, right?
This looks like it. Let me see if we can.
Hold on, I'm looking. Oh yeah, there he is. There it is.
With the
I
chaps.
don't know about that.
Stifler is so funny.
Oh boy, we're gonna get flagged. big
Yeah.
time.
Right,
yeah.
just mute the volume on the video.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking of Chris Farley.
So you're living in a band by the river.
I don't know, Keller. I'm not seeing.
well,
Because you're not
Stifler.
seeing the
That's
guy
Stifler,
very
it's the
much.
other guy.
I know.
You should see him later on when he
Well,
shows up at the house with
I-
assless chaps on.
Listen, I guess all that
Oh.
matters.
This guy has hair.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's got hair.
I mean, if he had hair, possibly.
Hmm.
Now you're gonna
Oh
see
no,
him
I see.
dance.
Yeah, I actually I have seen this part before. So if Keller's saying I'm hot, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, I mean,
Keller,
you
you're
know.
saying I'm hot or not. I mean, that's.
He
you know.
says he wants to see you shake your ass in tight pants.
There we go. That's all I need to
I mean,
know.
we had Joe Cam. We can put you on Joe Cam real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Keller. Glad we got that up real quick. Thanks to our producers.
Candy says that Jason doesn't care about pop culture stuff.
No, I
That's why you don't.
just don't
Not
know.
metal.
about
If
it.
it's not metal, then he doesn't know.
Okay. Lisa, is everybody sounding good tonight? We got volumes cranking. Are we all good? Lisa is our audio engineer in the background, testing all audio for the show.
I have not seen any comments about it, so I think we're okay.
And
Okay.
your little scratchiness on your microphone's gone.
Yep, the
did.
buzz went
Oh, it's
away.
gone. Yeah. What
We just
happened?
need to burn some dust off. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's not request that it come back.
We got
the
good
dog-
eyes.
let
Doug,
the
you need
butts
another
out.
beer? What?
Yeah, he needs a beer, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
do you want to sift through the fridge, or do you want to go to the refrigerator in the green room?
Jason,
Do you
make
guys
the
want me
beer
to
wench
get-
do it.
You want me
Beer
to get-
wench, beer
Yeah,
wench.
I'll do the beer. Go
ahead.
We get the blueberry stuff and bring that in.
That's
I
up to you
won't- I
guys.
don't need it.
It's up to you guys. I mean, I've got a little bit here still, so I'm good for a few. But I
Okay.
noticed.
I could change your attitude on metal in a week. Come work with me.
Oh yeah.
I'll make you
That's
hate
heavy
metal.
Doug does work with you. Work with metal.
With
and-
actual metal.
Yeah, you work with hard steel and metal
Heavy
now.
metal. Yeah. It's heavy.
It's not melodic metal. It's
Right?
No.
It's not melodic at all, is it?
It does sing though if you grind it just right.
What are you actually? What are you actually building? You guys build like stuff, you know?
Stuff.
We build rail cars for the railroad.
Not tiny homes.
No.
It's the big difference.
Some people might live in them.
Well, yeah.
hobos.
They're not hauling coal or phosphate in them.
Okay. I just want to put one in my backyard. You know, underground.
A rail
It'd be
car?
like my little underground bunker.
Pretty solid.
It'll rust out because we're below. No, we don't have enough depth. You'll hit water before you can make a
Well,
bunker
when the
underground.
world's going to shit, Laura. I don't care if it's rusty. I just want to survive a.
Or it fills with water and you drown.
Just trust me.
Trying to not die.
We live 20 miles.
I don't think the water table is that high here.
How many nautical miles are we from McDill?
You wouldn't be nautical miles.
Nautical
if you're
miles?
over land.
Okay, what is
As
it?
a crow flies, how many
I
miles?
thought nautical miles was over air. Like,
No, no.
No.
what's the one? when you're just-
Aeronautical?
Aeronautical. What's when you're just measuring from us to McDill without driving, Joe? It's just pinning over the maps. I thought that was nautical because that's what the ships
Nautical
use.
means you're out at
And
sea.
right, but it's the same measurement. Is what
Oh.
I mean. It's the same measurement. Nautical miles.
I don't think they could use nautical miles over land.
I think you do.
I don't think so.
I think you can.
Okay, okay. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
I think you can
Okay.
because you're not driving. It's straight air. It's like
Well,
as a
they-
bird flies.
They do their speed in knots sometimes.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be from nautical miles? If
But it's
you're
spelled
knots?
differently. Knots and nautical are spelled differently.
Are they?
Yeah.
One spelled with a K.
One spelled N-A-U. So-
They like them naughty.
Anyhow. But yeah, I want a bunker in my
Yep.
Riverview subdivision home.
I think I'm gonna build one like from my
Can we put it in between-
closet.
Can we put it under the street and we can just like have it
the
as a
closet under the staircase.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dig straight down
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just have it under the
under the
under the
street.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be our new meeting space so that it's not hot out in the sun and the heat. It'll just be
We'll have
you
it
know.
ventilated.
Yeah, it'll be the new green room.
Perfect.
That's crazy. You guys talking about knots. I knew it's
Garlic knots.
Well, no, the guy looked like, he looked like a
Knots?
string. He was like a string, and they got kicked out of the bar for something crazy. So the string guy went and messed up his hair and came back in. He was like, "Hey, aren't you the string we kicked out?" He's like, "No, I'm afraid not."
Yeah,
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Jason with the
Keep drinking, Jason.
I haven't told that. I know I'm only like 1.5 beers deep, so this is gonna get.
I got it.
nasty.
I did understand the joke, so that's
He
a
tries
plus.
hard though.
That's a
Good.
plus.
He tries hard.
Are you making these up as you go?
No,
Yeah.
I've heard that one. Like,
You've actually
That
told
was
that before?
just a Jason version of it, very short version of it, because attention spans these days, so I got to shorten things up. So
Is this thing too big? I'm gonna squeeze it down a little bit more.
that's
doing
what she
there?
said.
So Lisa says that a nautical mile is slightly longer than a mile on land. And the
Mhm.
nautical mile is based on the Earth's longitude and latitude coordinates, which 1 nautical mile equals 1 minute of latitude. She has them in quotes, so she Googled that shit for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but I still think I can use it for my example, which was
No.
supposed to be like if McDill gets hit with some type of, nuclear thing, we're that close to where it would definitely affect us.
Yep.
So that's why I want my bunker. Yeah. So
Well,
there's
didn't-
that.
Didn't the Facebook guy build something out in Hawaii?
Hawaii.
somewhere and
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
bunch
yeah.
of cattle and
Zuckernuts?
underground? Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
I mean, that's very popular. All the billionaires are doing their little underground bunkers now. So,
And they're spending millions on them.
oh yeah, multi-millions. Like, I think the one that Zuckernuts got was like 14 million.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, he's only going to use it in case of an emergency. He literally has $14 million in the ground. It's not like, oh, we're going to go have a guy's night and this is going to be the new man cave. No, it's literally just there for maybe
Yep.
not.
Let's go to the bunker and party.
Yeah,
Right.
Why not?
I would. There's a
Gotta
there
break
was
it
a
in.
coffee shop called the Bunker. They should make a bar called the Bunker. Doug, what's the worst or the weirdest thing you've done to go pee? Like when you've had to pee so bad.
Not on an airplane.
No, just you've had to pee and you're not anywhere near a valid place to pee. Where have you gone pee at where you're like, I know I should not be peeing here, but I'm gonna go because I have to pee so bad. I mean, obviously, I got busted when I was like 15 years old because I was peeing next to a tree and a cop drove by and I was pissing, and the cop came up to me and I was with some friends. We were skipping school. He didn't-
You're not pinching it off
he
at that
didn't,
point.
he didn't seem to care about the fact that we were skipping school, but he made the joke that, don't worry, I couldn't see anything. So he was
Should have been looking.
he was making fun of my ween. But what's the weirdest thing like that? Have you ever peed behind a building, behind a dumpster? Like,
The sad part is the cop can still make the same joke.
no, he died. He committed suicide.
Oh,
Yeah.
ouch, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, I probably peed,
Okay, any cop can still make the same joke.
it's true.
probably peed on or behind just about anything, but I've never been caught.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
had,
saying
I had to throw away my favorite coffee cup one time because I was going across the long bridge.
Oh, Doug.
you threw it away.
Well,
Oh,
you pissed
yeah.
in the cup.
Well,
You
I
didn't
pee-
wash it out?
Joe, in my line of work,
I did, but I don't think it was clean enough.
It'll never be clean enough.
Isn't
Ran
urine
across it with a really long
isn't urine
bridge.
sterile anyway?
it is sterile, but
Yeah, but you're still not going to drink out of it after that.
I don't know.
I've peed in a few wide mouth Mountain Dew bottles.
I like that
Yeah.
cup a lot.
You got to get the wide mouth.
They don't sell those much anymore.
No,
You have to get like a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gatorade's
Yeah.
good.
That's when you slip the whole thing inside.
Oh
I
yeah.
could think of something more weird, but
So the reason I asked, the Secret Service, they broke into with lock picking mechanisms,
Tools.
mechanisms and tools. Yes, they broke into a hair salon during a
A rally.
yeah.
They were doing perimeter support of like a Trump rally.
No, it was Harris.
Oh, it was Harris rally?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And
really?
they broke into a hair salon, used their bathroom, and then left the hair salon and left it unlocked. I would at least have locked it back, although it is, I own a lock picking
did
set.
they flush?
I don't know, but they left it unlocked. And this has got a lot of heat in the media. So I'm just curious, like they had to pee so bad that they broke into a business, a personal business. They were on video camera.
Here's
surveillance camera.
No, was
here's
it-
my assumption.
Male or female?
I'm
I
assuming
think it was like the crew. Like
I'm assuming
one.
that they had to shit because if it's a guy,
Yeah.
like you said, a guy can literally go behind a dumpster and pee.
You can roll out.
And if
right?
they all know we're doing our perimeter checks, all these buildings are locked, we don't have access to a bathroom, nobody's going to care that they're going to go pee behind a bush, behind a tree, whatever. I think that somebody had to drop a deuce and they had to find a bathroom.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
there'd be no reason for them to break into a business and then leave it unsecure when they
To
left.
pee, yeah,
Yeah.
just to pee. Or could someone have given these agents like a special chemical or something that made them have to go to the restroom at a certain time so they can go do their thing, right?
No.
No. Sending certain microwaves through
We
the
don't
air.
know. Yeah.
I mean,
That's a stretch
like,
for even for a conspiracy theory person.
Everything's a stretch until it's not,
the guy down the street selling
Yeah.
watermelon drinks or something. I don't know. How would that work?
But,
Like, they would
yeah.
all had to stop by the same place. All right,
True.
so here's the video. Let's see if we can. Is it going to come through for
They
us?
could have just locked the door, and then it wouldn't have been a problem.
Well, you can't lock with a lockpick set. Yeah,
You can, but it depends on what kind of door it
It's like a
is.
call center for outreach. Volunteers and staff got to plan events.
No,
in
this is
nearby
not it. I don't know why they do that. They put on
yeah.
this is in the
The article, but the
article, but the
story-
video doesn't match.
Well, there you go. You were in the wrong one.
It's called
No,
No,
this is a
it's
different
wrong.
one.
It's called clickbait.
I know. So they don't even have
No.
anything on here about the video. There
So
is
they took it
video.
down then.
There is video of it because they had this. The surveillance cameras were on. I've seen it, but apparently this article doesn't have it.
That could be a strategy. Hey, we've got this video that went viral, and then they change the video because they really want you to see something else when people come
Right.
back to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're being lied
I
to.
don't wanna-
Is that what you do, Jason?
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but the Secret Service
So-
really needs to kick it up a notch.
Oh, they've
Oh,
had
hold on.
so many issues lately.
So if you read
Pick it
the
up a notch.
headline,
Yeah, but
all right, if you read the headline, it said they busted into a salon to let people use
That was just
bathroom during a
I
fundraiser.
was
But
just
that's
about to
not
mention
exactly-
So
It
I
wasn't
don't
even.
think
It wasn't even all their people. It could
Right.
have been
that.
just
No,
like
that's what this
yeah.
says, but
right.
that's not
So
what
it
happened.
could have been like female fundraisers, supporters, whatever that they did.
No, it was Secret Service. This is the only article
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I've seen that says that, but I
They
think they're
taped over the business secure. Oh, they taped it over.
yeah,
they
they
put tape over
taped
it.
over the cameras.
Oh my gosh!
So,
Wow.
yeah, this is
But strangers, after strangers came into the salon, which was closed and locked, used the
hopefully
bathroom.
they didn't steal anything.
Man,
Yeah. Or leave a mess if you had to poop.
right? At least double flush and get those streaks out.
Yeah. Bacon strips.
bacon strips.
Hershey Highway.
Say, bacon strips or begging strips?
Bacon strips. Oh, the doggy treats. Yeah. Bacon strips.
Okay, on to the next one.
Okay. So now they're going
Get
through
marked.
Matthew Perry, his death. Now they're going through and arresting all these people associated with his ketamine
Five or
issue.
6 people already.
Yep.
So here's what happened. This is what happens every time in a drug case, especially when you have multiple people involved like this.
Sit down.
One person is talking, and now all these other people are going to jail.
Yep.
One guy made a fucking plea deal, and now they're arresting all these
Wow.
other people. So here's
If
the thing.
we were still in the hospital, I would high five you for that burp.
It was a good burp. Yeah.
Every-
When I was in the hospital, any gas that passed up or down, it was like a good time because there was so much gas in my system. Oh my God. If you guys have ever had laparoscopic surgery, I'm serious. It is horrible. The 2 days afterwards, they pump your whole system with gas, and it's like a specific kind of gas.
Well, they fill you with air so that they
Yeah, but
can
it's a
see
gas.
inside of your abdomen. Like they have more visual room to work with.
Yeah.
You had a fluffer?
And then all that gets stuck.
Dude, it was bad. Like the second day after, I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe because I had gas in my side so bad that I was just like every time I
He would
tried to breathe
scream
in,
every time he
it was
breathed.
so bad. So anywho, so what were we talking about?
Yes.
Gas.
No.
You burped
I
in the middle of
burped.
a different
Squeaky.
topic of conversation.
But what were you talking about? I had it on my the Matthew Perry arrest. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So
Drug case.
Thank God for a checklist.
yeah. So when you have this many people involved in a drug case, there's always that one snitch that's going to fuck you up. And that's why people are like, do you trust them? Do you trust them? I
Nope.
swear to God, don't trust fucking anybody because you've got fucking a snitch in your crew somewhere. And that's why it just sucks because when it comes down to these drug cases, somebody's going to snitch. And that's what's going on here. And now heads are rolling. You got doctors that are going to lose their jobs, their license. Like it's all going down. But this guy, he had a ketamine problem, obviously.
Yep.
But was the ketamine problem due to people overdosing him like on a regular basis, like Michael Jackson,
Right.
who might actually
He
still
was
be
on
alive.
propofol.
Yeah, but his doctors kept giving
Yep.
it to him,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you start giving it to
He
him
built up a tolerance and then it became
ketamine?
lethal.
from ketamine. Yeah,
Yeah.
How many ketamine overdoses are there?
Well, I think there's more in California because I think I read a story that
I've never
there
heard
was
any.
another death that was linked to the people who were being arrested in the Matthew Perry case. That like somebody else died from a ketamine overdose, and he purchased from the same dealer pretty much. So maybe they're lacing it with something. I mean, that's how a lot of people die. Stuff is laced with
well,
fentanyl.
they got the cell
maybe it
phone.
wasn't cut good enough.
They got-
Yeah,
It was
something,
good,
yeah.
Good.
They got the text messages from the doctors and this lady who's known as the ketamine queen.
Yeah.
And
Ketamine?
in the text
Pretty catchy.
in the text messages, they were saying like, "Is this dumbass is he stupid enough to pay this much money for this stuff?" Like they knew they were charging him too much. They knew that they were giving him too much. So that's where these charges are coming from. Is that
Even his assistant got
his
picked up.
assistant
Yeah.
is arrested now because she was part of it.
I think it was a he. The
Whatever.
assistant.
Well,
I mean, it's
took him-
California. It could have been he or she.
It sure took him long enough. How long ago did he die? Anyway,
About like a
Well, it's
year.
been
I
a year.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm saying,
but
hello.
shit rolls slow
You
sometimes.
you gotta have proof before you just arrest them.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll see how that plays out. But I'm telling you, it's just one of those things to where shit rolls downhill. What?
Keller has a new nickname for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh yes.
Little what?
Lil Gasser.
That's great. Where's Keller at, by the way? I don't know where Keller.
Colorado.
Colorado.
Why is he not here in Tampa with us?
Because weed is legal in Colorado.
Oh,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, he lived here back in 1990, 89, 88. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the date. I think it was probably in the late 80s, early 90s. Yep. But yeah, so we'll see how this goes, and you know, the same shit with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody knows at this point your Social Security, all your shit's been hacked a million times, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
So
of course.
is it a surprise when you hear something on the news that
No.
says data breach, data breach, data breach?
I don't even pay attention anymore.
Right. So
Well, typically it's like a million people's information got stolen. Now they said everyone.
Everyone.
So it's not even that you have a possibility that you are safe. Everyone has the possibility. And so I think that they should have like free credit checks or whatever it is.
well, they will.
For
But I
everyone.
mean, but what are they doing with it? Like I work
Selling on
in
the
it,
dark web.
but for what? Like you don't need somebody's like. Okay, so here's the thing. They want my name, my social. Okay, you can have that, but if you're monitoring your shit, you're going to find out for the most part if somebody opens up a new account under your name. You know, the worst case scenario is there's some guy in Arizona that has my info on a driver's license or a passport, and he's crossing the border or something with my info. But I'm here, you know,
Yeah.
and I mean, if he goes to jail with my name and a passport, and they go, oh yeah, Drew's been arrested for crossing the border. I'm going to find out eventually. Like, that's going to come out.
You're going to find out when you try to go into the federal courthouse on a case.
No,
And
it wouldn't even go that far.
They grab you at security and be
No.
like, nope, you ain't coming in.
It wouldn't even go that far.
But now, are they just banking on a very small percentage of people not caring or whatever? And
Well,
like, okay, well,
here's the thing. Nowadays, the electronic, it's the fingerprint system is it's kind of the only thing in the United States, because it's not nationwide or international. Unfortunately, it's just nationwide. There might be other countries that use it, but it's not international. But the fingerprint database system it's what saves most people, because they're scanning those fingerprints and like, oh man, your name has been 10,000 names. Like, they'll be like, okay, we arrested you here. You gave that name. We give that name. They always give the primary name, but then they give the aliases and any alias that they've tried to use. So, that's kind of what saves people. But the problem is when they go to jail under the false name, they don't call you and say, hey, by the way, we arrested this guy crossing the border, or we arrested this guy for XYZ using your name, or we found an ID with your name on it. They don't do that. And that's what sucks, is because you don't know. And that would be nice if they said, hey, somebody has used your shit. And that's where some of the credit shit, but it's not credit. Criminal records and credit records are totally different.
things, right?
Nobody's going to know if somebody got arrested in Utah. You're not going to know. If somebody got arrested with your name and your info, they're not going to call and let you know. Technically, you're a victim of a crime because they're using your information. Now, if they signed your name, that's a totally separate crime. And now you're a victim. They should notify you and say, hey, do you want to press charges for this or something like that?
I wonder if that'll change.
You should be notified.
I wonder if that'll change if somebody will say, okay, well, that'll be passing the laws that we need to notify people if that's happened to them.
But I think a lot of people don't pay attention to their credit. So it's like when people go because they need a new car, like their car broke down, so they had to go get a new car, or they need a loan, they're going to buy a home. So it's like, that's when people find out, is like when they think they're good and they're going to do like a big purchase, and all of a sudden
but that's when
they
it's too
have
late.
no credit. Right, it's too late because they don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't monitor it. So these people have the time and the opportunity to get loans, credit cards, whatever, in their names. And then the people don't know about it until it's too late, and then they're gone on to the next person's information that they've stolen.
Right,
Because the people that are at risk are the ones that can't afford $40 a month.
Well,
That's
but the
probably
Credit Karma
yeah.
is free, and I rag on Credit Karma all the time because I have people when I'm doing tenant screenings and whatnot, and they're like, oh, my credit's 730 or 760. Credit Karma told me, and then we run it and it's like 650.
Oh.
Credit Karma doesn't give a correct FICO score because it's not FICO. It's actually in the industry, it's called a FACO score, not a FICO score.
Okay.
So, but what Credit Karma is good at is letting you know when an account has been opened under your social security number. So
That's
I
good
will
to
give
know.
them credit for that. Pun intended.
Do we know what FICO stands for?
I bet you do.
I obviously
Federal.
I
something,
should know. I do
something,
know. As soon as
something.
you say it, I'm going to say I know it. I look at it every week. But
It's not a J for
What is
Joe
it,
in
Joe?
it's
Fair Isaacs. Fair Isaacs Company.
okay, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
That's not what I remember seeing. Okay. We'll leave it at that, Joe.
Are you sure, Joe?
Seriously?
Yeah.
That how you gonna play me?
No, fact check Joe knows. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm going to have to fact check that.
Go ahead.
Well, it's the Fair Credit Reporting Act is what I have to read all the time. And there is a little, when it says FICO, I want to say there's something under it. Maybe it's not the name of that. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
But each different reporting agency has their own credit score.
Right.
So you
Right.
can have a different credit score
Right,
at Experian, and TransUnion.
TransUnion,
Yeah.
Equifax, they all
Yeah,
get, which is stupid.
those are the
but-
three major ones.
Yeah.
But Fair Isaacs is the company that gives you a FICO score.
We'll have a light credit monitoring thing through Citi, through one of the credit cards that have Citigroup. So
Most
a lot of
most credit
cards
card
will do
companies
that.
will give you free monitoring
Yeah.
and things
Yeah.
like that.
So
Sometimes it's $5 a month or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, it's not a big deal. So I would know if somebody opened something in our name.
Yeah, but it's like you're going to see more of these data breaches and your shit's being sold to 10 million people, whatever. But I guess my one thought is, what if there's an end game that we don't know about? After, what me and Jason always kind of talk about with, okay, you have the end game. What is the end game? You know, the 2030 agenda, the new world order, all this stuff where it's like, okay, you have the new government coming in. Like,
Well, the nation as a whole is pretty much bankrupt because we're giving away all of our money. So what if they just bankrupt every single American?
well, you know, that's a
I mean,
possibility.
money's
And
just
then you have-
digital now. It doesn't exist anymore. So.
Well, I think there isn't could possibly be an agenda to get people more dependent on the big entity. So we'll give you this as long as you do what we say.
What
and
if
stay
the
on line,
aliens
right?
are creating clones and just using your data? And they're like, okay, there's Jason, but he's in, you know, Iceland. He looks just like Jason, and he has Jason's ID
probably
and
does.
information. And you know, he's just
I think someone would write.
he's a bear up there too.
I think somebody, if they made clones, someone would write a song. Wait, Weird Al did make a song about it. I think we're a clone now.
Oh my god,
Dude, you remember that song though, right, guys?
I've heard it. Yeah,
I have not heard it, but that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
we are Weird Al Yankovic.
Tiffany,
fans.
I think we're alone now, which actually
Right, right.
covers. So yeah.
Yep, we are fans of Weird Al.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you
Do
can
we have
grab,
any Buderbangs?
you can grab that other beer. We do have Buderbangs. Here's the problem.
What's the problem?
We did a whole show I think it was maybe the last show, maybe the show before. We had a whole hour of Buderbangs. Like,
How is that a
guys,
problem?
Well, we can't have the whole show being a Booderbang.
I mean, how long have we had a
'Cause here's
show
the
now?
thing.
What, an hour?
Yeah, we're doing an hour and 11 minutes or so. But we can't have a whole show of Buderbangs. So yeah, we're gonna do some Buderbangs. Maybe one, maybe two. I have like 6 Buderbangs, so we're just gonna have to start letting them build up a little bit. I guess.
Yeah, but by the time you get around to it, we've already seen the articles at that point.
I
Yeah,
know,
and by the time
I
you get
know.
around to it now, it's going to be 2 hours in and everyone's going to be gone. We're not going to have any viewer.
Yeah, we are at 9
No,
minutes.
no, they're hanging around. These viewers, if you're watching, stay on.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I'm gonna get those beers. I'm gonna take a quick leak. I need a water too.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
Joe's
guys,
gonna.
yeah.
Okay,
Joe's gonna help
that's
me?
fine. Well, no, I was gonna say if Joe wanted to get the beers, but
What are you making me work for?
I gotta take a leak.
Be a
anyway.
winch.
I thought Joe was gonna help me take a leak. I'm like, no,
No.
I'm good.
it's fine.
All right, I'll be back, guys.
Go find the salon.
I'll be back. You be front.
Go find the salon.
Don't lockpick my door. It's unlocked. You don't have to lockpick it. So, Joe, if you were
Is
really,
Simon being a speed bump?
just scoot him across the floor. Here.
Should we talk about Simon's
No,
mobile grooming?
no.
We didn't put his tie back on.
Don't have him come over here. He's like wondering when's he going back? Is he going back? What's going on here?
Lisa says you had extra Buderbangs to hold on to for over 2 weeks.
I do, and they've built up quite a bit. Not going to bang. He's booting, so
I'll boot.
yeah.
We know Jason boots everything.
Jason's going to boot.
Yeah.
We know Keller blind boots the third.
True. So, and maybe that's part of it is we've got predictable boots or bangs. So, is Giorgio still on? Maybe Giorgio needs to give a boot or bang.
He hasn't been commenting, but we have 10 viewers, so he could be on there.
Well, we'll see. So we're gonna do a boot or bang. Maybe 2. We're not gonna load it up too much. Joe, if you were on a
Game show.
bus and a lady tried to have sex with you, like sitting on the bus, like
Yes,
started making
he
out with
would.
you,
He would do it.
would you just let it happen? Would you get a number? Would you be like, call me later? Like, how would you handle that?
Is this a total stranger?
Yeah. Never seen her before in your life.
She's not hot or she's hot?
Let's say she's a 7.5.
Oh, she's hot.
It's above the average.
Yeah.
I mean,
As long as I'm not getting arrested for indecent exposure,
okay.
different.
It's a fair statement.
In college I would have for sure.
And would you then follow up and be like, you want to hang out later?
No.
Or would you just be like,
no, because then
my stop's here?
she'll tell you her name, but then by the time she gets off, you forgot her name already.
Gets off the bus or gets off?
Either way. You're like, I really meant to remember,
Now,
and I wasn't in the right mindset to remember.
What if she gets off at a weird location, a sketchy location?
Like on your leg or on your back?
No, off the bus.
Oh.
Like she gets off the bus at a sketchy.
Wait, why
location.
is a woman, Joe, getting off on your back?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. You should have weird location.
Does she have a penis? That's what I want to know.
You got a lady boner.
Serious lady
I
boner.
mean, if she's getting off at a sketchy location, do you follow her? Like, just follow me home.
No.
No, you just leave her on the bus. The
And
bus
you don't.
action's
You
enough?
also don't become the creeper that follows her home.
I don't know where this story's going. But
Well, I mean, you could get robbed. Like, maybe she's setting you up for a robbery.
well, she could. You end up tied up to a bedpost in some seedy motel
missing a kidney.
without a
the next day.
kidney.
Yeah.
How about that Seinfeld episode where she brings George to the hotel and she ties him up and she's like, $12? I did all this work for $12?
Oh,
She's like,
yeah.
you're robbing me?
All right, Jason has a new beer in hand. Let's see what we're doing here.
Oh, water as a penis.
No, as a penis.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah. It's called.
Got a little
There you go.
reflection there.
Can you, well, let's turn around like this. I think this is a bigger
You got to get
Boom.
closer.
Bumbleberry.
bumbleberry.
Is that a bee? It looks like Simon.
Looks like a big old chunky man.
Yeah.
It looks like a dude.
He does. Yeah, he's got a little mustache right
Oh,
here.
okay. I see now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, where are you hiding your stash? Right here.
Okay.
No, and
That's berry.
I was laughing.
Those are like little beers.
Yeah, they're well.
Those are 12 ounces?
No, these are 12 ounces. Yeah, it's called Fat Heads. No pun intended. Fat Heads Brewery. So, this is a honey. Ooh, honey is good for you guys. Honey and blueberries too, right? Honey blueberry ale. It is. It's not that strong. It's 5.3%.
All right. Well, let's try it. Doug, can we drink these beers too?
Yeah, baby.
All right. Let's
Trying
try
to
these
find out where
beers.
these were made at. But,
Then we'll do a Buderbang.
Okay.
Blueberry beer is metal.
So wait, let's look at this dude again. Buderbang.
Looks like gargamel on like
Gargamel.
Gargamel.
Dude,
Yeah, after he had Thanksgiving dinner.
I used to know a guy who used to look just like that.
You guys want to share one? Or
It's people with
Yeah,
bad
for sure.
eyesight. People with bad eyesight. So Gargamel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
Grazie.
okay. All right, Jason.
Are you guys ready? Wait, I always like to do this joke. I gotta sneeze.
It's not even a joke.
Your nose is a snapper.
All right, cheers, guys.
Go for it.
As they say in Thai, Chongao Cup. Okay, so the blueberry is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I taste the honey. Wait. There's slight aftertaste coming in with the honey later.
Okay. Doug Lee.
That's pretty good.
Definitely some blueberry there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that box is gonna fit.
Now, what percentage is this one?
Maybe it will.
5 something he said.
5. Okay.
It's not tasting the honey though on the tail.
5.3.
You don't really get the honey in there either.
Very blueberry.
Go, Joe.
I'm a fan.
2 fans. Wow.
2 thumbs up from Joe.
As far as even blueberry goes, like you taste it, but it's very light. It's very.
It is like, yeah.
It's kind of watery a little bit,
Okay.
Like a really good cereal. It's healthy.
Like a beer.
but it's not. It's not heavy. It's like kind of watery.
Kind of watery like a beer.
Like a beer.
Yeah, not bad.
Now, do you want 10 of those? Probably not, but like
No,
maybe,
but
maybe
yeah,
one or
it's good
two.
little, maybe a brunch beer.
Oh, I like that, dude. Oh, wow. Like blueberry syrup. Like if you're eating some pancakes and you had one of these,
Just pour the beer on your pancakes.
you can do that.
All right, Laura.
Look at
Went for a
this.
second sip.
Yes. She likes it.
I mean, it's not the worst.
Uh,
I didn't make faces.
she's like,
You made a little face.
I've had better.
That's almost an endorsement.
That's
I'd
almost.
better.
That is almost an endorsement. That's exactly what that is.
Okay, so here we go. Woman sexually assaults
Is this a
man
Buderbang?
on bus.
Okay. Oh, this
This
is okay.
is a Buderbang. So hold on. I guess I need to play the Buderbang.
Speaking of silent, I always like the.
Hang on. Huh? What? What are we doing?
Was that me?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Keller says every time he hears the bubbles, he hits his
Speaking
bong.
of
Out
silent,
of
I always
this
like the
space.
fart. Silent but violent. Remember?
Violent.
Wrong show.
I
Hang
was
on.
always silent but deadly.
What date was our last show?
I never heard that.
SFBD.
2 weeks ago.
August what? 2nd? Something like that?
Silent but violent rhymes. That's what he
Right.
said.
I know. SFBD was no. Yeah.
I'm a rapper now.
Be a brutal fart. Silent
Yeah.
but violent. Ow.
Okay.
It's time for Buderbang.
Boot. Bang. Boot. Booter bang. Boot. Bang. Boot. Booter bang.
I think I'm gonna boot because she's missing teeth.
Why is that?
Is Buderbang garbage.
From boot.
Are we all banging?
We're banging the car too.
Jay said bang.
Bang.
Brad and
All
Keller
right.
and Lisa have I feel like now that I listened to that song for the millionth time,
Oh, man.
it would be a great like soundtrack for like Beavis and Butthead to be headbanging too.
Where was Daniel at? We usually hear Daniel in there.
We got. It's longer. Lord gets
Okay,
mad at
okay.
me if I leave it on too long.
Oh, shit.
I don't get mad. I'm just
Don't get mad. Get
I mean, the
glad.
song's like a minute and a half. So
Yeah. It's
all right,
kinda-
woman.
That's a long one.
Woman, 59, sexually assaulted man on bus after mistaking him for her boyfriend.
Oh.
wow.
All right. She then sat directly next to his second male and began a conversation, including showing him things on her phone.
Inappropriate things?
Mm-hmm. Stuart Ellicott, prosecuting, said after a short period, Miss Ayers reached her hands under the victim's arm and touched the man's groin area.
Under
He-
his arm.
He
59?
immediately reacted and called for the bus driver to
a
stop
long
the
reach.
vehicle so he could leave. Now, immediately react. Like Joe, would you immediately react?
I mean, if she's grabbing your junk in the middle of the bus, I mean, take it for what it is, you know?
I mean, you wouldn't turn around and
Get a
swing.
freebie.
I don't care if you're a lady. Like that would
Get a
be
freebie.
that would be grounds for guys to punch a woman if she like was grabbing his junk and it wasn't like she was kicking his junk because he was doing something to her first. Like
Okay.
I would punch somebody in the face.
Well, you're different. You're a female.
I think if you're already there, the guy's probably not going to have it like, full on is going to be okay with it. But if you're not, it's like, oh man, I'm not quite there yet. So, it's going to feel smaller.
Now, I think
right?
this.
So it might
I think
pick up
this story
percent.
totally, and then I might be.
I don't know about you, but it's always there.
Well, okay then, Joe.
So
Text me later.
Gotta be ready at all times.
right. So while the man was attempting to leave the bus, the defendant went and rejoined the man she had entered the bus with. Questioned by cops after the incident in Bournemouth, wherever the fuck that is, last November, Ayers admitted to touching the man, but said she was
Bournemouth?
very drunk at the time.
That's an excuse. Not guilty. No.
Her attorney said it was completely out of character. He added that Ayers knows she is an alcoholic, but she is trying to get off of it and intends to start AA meetings. Ayers admitted sexual assault and was fined $300. It seems like she got off a little easy, but
Did she get off?
But at least she got off.
Judge William Mousley said, "You still
Mousley.
claim that this was mistaken identity and you thought it was the person you got on the bus with. You should have, or who you said was your boyfriend." So that's basically it. She tried to get it on with the wrong dude on the bus.
But the boyfriend's on the bus,
The boyfriend's
sitting
on
by
the bus.
himself.
He
Be
didn't
like,
say, he's probably drunk too.
and she's like off
True.
doing. Oh, okay, that's true. If he's not paying attention, he's not like, well, where the hell is she?
He's
She's
probably
off-
passed out.
And she's off reaching on somebody else.
Or why didn't he get mad and slap her for groping on some other guy?
He was drunk too.
Maybe he was enjoying it.
Everybody gets, everyone gets a turn, right?
All right, just for the hell of it,
Call her
Doug Lee,
doorknob.
Doug Lee, booter bang.
A boot.
Booting.
We knew that.
Get off my
Okay.
lap.
Joe.
I'm torn because he said like she's like a 7.
No, that was your story. I was just
Right,
Oh, that was a
your
hypothetical.
fantasy.
No, I'm going with a boot on this.
No,
one.
you're booting. Okay.
Yeah.
That was just hypothetical. on your-
I thought he was going to set us up because he said she's a 7,
no.
but no.
Jason.
Jason Stallworth.
I was on
He's
the
gonna
edge.
boot.
No, I'm going to boot, but at the edge of the story,
Yeah.
right at the edge of the story, it's like,
He's an
okay,
edger.
you thought it was me, and you just were going to town on me like that. So okay, well, that's great. That means my woman or whoever you're with is really that into you. But then now it turned into like a white trash fairy tale. So
Well, I wish they would have showed photos of the boyfriend and the guy she fondled to see if they were actually a lookalike.
Well, it's because he's a
what they should have
victim.
done.
They're not going to show the victim.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying I want to see
Yeah.
how drunk she
Is
was.
he really a victim though?
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
No, I agree with you. Yeah, it's like okay.
Keller and Lisa both said boot.
both booting. Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to say boot too because if she's riding the bus, she's obviously gotten her license taken away.
Yeah.
So she's probably a nasty drunk that's like disheveled and just can't even keep herself together.
No teeth. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, not even the no teeth thing. She could have her teeth because
just-
alcohol doesn't necessarily rot your
yeah,
teeth out
true,
like
true,
drugs do.
Yeah.
But she's just, hair is all a mess, makeup's all smeared everywhere, like,
Train
and that's
wreck.
not because she's been crying or she's just a train wreck,
Her
right?
life's a mess, right?
Right,
Just-
yeah. So I'm gonna say
I
boot
get you.
because she does not have her shit together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else from the Peanut Gallery? We have William in there. We have Giorgio. Anybody want to give a comment? Now is the time to do it. If you are going to boot or
I feel
bang.
like Giorgio should vote.
We should.
Well, he was our first comment, so who knows if he's stuck around?
Don't know. Joe went to take a wiener break, so I did want to wait so he could make.
What did you say the name of the place was again?
It was Born Mouth.
Born.
Like Born Identity. Bourne Mouth.
Who names a place Born Mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. It said. I don't. This probably isn't in the United States, so I don't know. We get stories all
Well,
over the
click
place.
Bournemouth. This is a hyperlink.
I don't want to.
Oh, you
because
don't wanna
it's gonna
lose the
take me to some
page?
weird place.
Yeah, that there ain't America.
But it is a weird place too.
William says boot.
William
Lisa
is
wants to
booting,
know what Candy's doing. She's still on there. We don't know.
tending to their cat that they just had fixed today.
If Candy's anything like her husband Jason, she's gonna boot.
True.
Can we tell the
They're a
story
booting
about
couple.
the
I think
cat
the-
real quick?
I think the entire peanut gallery is a boot on this
All right,
one.
let me show the
Yeah.
show the,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
photos
yeah,
on this real
flip.
quick.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
ahead.
here we go. So they got a few photos of her apparently walking into work.
No thanks.
So we have 59-year-old.
Oh gosh.
Isn't that Howard
Is she a
Stern?
librarian?
Now,
Howard
Librarian,
Stern.
yeah.
you know, she's a little frail, but
I've seen Howard. I've seen Howard Stern too.
That's Howard
She's on a
Stern.
complete alcohol diet. That's why she's so
is that one of
thin.
those long cigarettes in her hand?
She's got a Virginia Slim.
Virginia Slims.
The Virginia Slim, what is that?
I mean, you know,
Can't find it.
Lisa also corrected you. It's called Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Okay.
M-U-T-H is how she said
Oh,
it pronounced
okay.
at the end.
That
Okay.
don't sound American to me.
She looks older than 59.
I
but,
mean,
yeah.
she looks like she looks like she has her shit together. She looks like a grandmother that works, does a desk job.
She looks like
her-
an accountant.
She's a lifetime secretary.
It should be like really pretty at like
It looks
28
like
or
she
something.
started private parts.
Okay. I mean, she definitely could do a glory hole. I mean, Joe, you wouldn't kick her out of glory hole, would you?
I mean,
How would you know?
is she interested in wings?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tuesday night, all you can eat boneless.
Maybe.
True story.
She's into the chicken wing.
Check out Glory Days. Tuesday nights, all you can eat boneless wings.
Glory
And
holes,
very-
yeah.
very
too.
true.
We had pizza tonight, so no glory holes for us this
Right.
Glory
evening.
holes, yeah.
Thank
Well, I mean, you
God.
Or days.
I could build you a glory hole out of wood in the garage if you want.
Oh,
I
could you
can just
imagine
drill a
if you-
hole in this wall.
What if you didn't sand it properly though?
Doesn't have to be a really big hole.
We're gonna hide a glory hole behind here. And like open it up and there's just a glory hole.
Well, I mean,
Glory hole Drew.
You might have to stand. You might have to stand on a chair.
can you show that again for those
Oh
that
my
didn't
God,
see it?
dude,
Let's
yeah.
put-
Hold on, let's see what camera is at 7. We're just gonna hide a glory
like,
hole
yeah.
behind there and just gotta pull it back.
There you
and then
go.
it just
Well,
hides.
you could make this is gross, but you could make it like Drew's mouth right there and just had the hole.
That's
like, you
true.
know,
Put a hole in
Yeah.
there.
yeah,
There you
Glory
go.
holes with Drew. That'd be great.
Do you remember the scene in Porky's in the shower?
Oh man, Porky's was
I
on
saw
the other
that.
night.
Yeah, it's a long time ago,
She
man.
grabs it, won't let go.
But real quick though, you're talking about what Candy was doing. So we actually got Buddy, one of our feral cats. He got fixed today. He got neutered. So we do that with the neighborhood cats with the ferals. They come to the morning and evening buffet, and of course we take care of that part of it for them. And so he's probably recuperating right now.
Okay. Very cool.
Little buddy.
Yeah.
Heads are a little sore.
Lisa has also. Keller confirmed that it's in England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keller. Fact checker.
Yeah.
All right. So this is gonna be our last Buderbang, but it's a double. Male, female, Buderbang.
Ooh, okay.
Double
Do
header.
this,
Double
everybody.
header.
Same time or different time?
Roll up your sleeves, everybody. This is a double header.
Double header. A former sheriff deputy in Oklahoma was arrested for harboring her fugitive boyfriend at her home and tipping him off to a police task force investigating him. Alicia Baronis, 34, was arrested on August 6th for harboring Emmanuel McLean, who had a warrant out for his arrest in Pottawatomie County, authorities said. Pottawatomie County Sheriff Mike Booth told local NBC affiliate about the genesis of the case. Does that sound right? The genesis of the case? I've never heard that.
I love Genesis. Phil Collins, dude. Yeah.
I've never heard it like that. A little while back, we started seeing some inconsistencies, and there were some issues kind of on our radar, Booth told the outlet. Sometimes, things happen. There might be a good reason for something, but when red flags go up, you got to check it out. That goes with dating too, folks. Check out the red flags.
Yeah.
Our suspicions were about things that were going on was even worse than what we thought was investigation as the investigations continued. An affidavit spells out the allegations that surfaced in February when investigators learned that Briones and her sister were allegedly assisting in harboring McLean. The sister allegedly told investigators that Briones gave McLean information about what vehicles and undercover agents were driving and their locations. The sister said Briones told McLean that Shawnee police officers were writing a search warrant for a house where McLean had been staying in February. Investigators said that after they got a search warrant for Briones, his cell phone, they found a string of text messages between her and McLean that showed she had tipped McLean off to a police task force investigating him.
Idiot.
In one text on April 9th, McLean texted her asking who drives a white Charger, the documents say. The DA task force, she allegedly responded. The task force had a white Dodge Charger. That's the worst undercover vehicle in the world, by the way.
Yeah.
So that investigator had been driving and surveilling McLean, according to the affidavit. McLean allegedly texted her on April 10th, telling her that a probable cause affidavit and warrant request was filed against him for assault related to allegations. I got warrants, he allegedly wrote. They charged me with 2 different shit, he continued. Aggravated assault and assault with deadly weapon. She allegedly responded, I think I seen him come in and get the stuff signed. You can beat that, especially if you don't show up to court.
I feel like this is story time with Drew.
Their grammar's horrible.
Like
right?
you should hold up the picture book and turn pages while you're doing
I should.
it.
Yeah.
But this is good.
Story time with Drew.
This is good, though.
And
This is good.
it's so good that she's giving him the best legal advice. Just don't show up for court. You'll beat the charge. Just don't show up.
No, she's saying the detective won't show up to court.
Oh, yeah, they will. With those
Well,
charges,
when
they
they're
don't-
writing the warrant, they're
It's
going
not
to
a
show up to
ticket.
court.
Right, it's not a traffic ticket.
yeah.
Also, when you said when dating red flags,
Yeah.
my toxic trait is that I run towards red flags like I'm a bull.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have
red
a lot.
flags. Yeah,
I have a lot.
apparently so.
So
Drew's got red flags.
can we're going to have a show about our red flags.
Yes.
red
Oh
flags.
my God. Yes.
Can we do that?
Yes.
Why are you so excited about that?
No, because this is going to be a great show.
This may be the end. This may be the end.
No. This is going to
She's
be.
just taking her TV and going after that.
This is going to be an awakening.
Don't let her fool you. She's taking a couple dogs
This is going to be. This is an awakening. This
fish.
will be great.
and a
No.
fish or two.
An awakening.
No, think of how many people this will help, though. You guys have the struggling out there and blah, 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 whatever, and you guys can help them by sharing whatever you're going to share. So,
What about us? Are we going to be?
Not about us. It's not about us.
it's going to help us.
He just wants content. That's all.
It's great content because you guys will be actually bonded. You guys will be bonded so close. That
Trauma bond? Yeah,
Yeah.
trauma bond.
No one say that. You guys gonna be stuck like two dogs to get
Okay,
stuck
my
sometimes,
mom
you know?
dying, trauma bond.
Ooh,
Devo
yeah.
dying, trauma bond. My brother
Cookie
dying, trauma
dying.
bond. All we have, all we exist on is trauma bonding at this point.
You need one every 6
Thank
months or
you.
so to keep you going.
No, don't say
Listen,
That has
that.
nothing to do with the fact that I'm fucking amazing. It's all trauma bonds.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're that good, I mean,
All right, there's a few more stories. Do you want me to continue? Do you
No.
guys have the point?
We have the gist.
Okay. Doug Lee. Let's assume you were not Doug Lee and you were somebody else in like a different body who was not dating anybody at all. Would you boot or bang?
I would bang.
Oh, we got Doug Lee.
So he's got to wait. That means he bangs both the girl and the dude, or the
Yep.
dude bangs him. Like, how's that work
It's a
out?
devil's triangle.
Yeah.
Where's it?
Woo!
Doug Lee in a
Look
different
at
body,
Simon.
in a different body, in a
In
different
a
world.
different body, in a different
world.
reality.
Yeah.
He banged.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason Stallworth.
do we have ages and locations
No.
again?
No.
She was 35, I think it said.
And where is this from?
We got to back up.
Scotland?
We got to back up. Doug Lee.
Yeah, we gotta back up.
There's a male and female involved.
That's
Well,
why I
he
said
knows that
devil's
part.
triangle.
Yeah, he knows that.
Boot.
part.
Oh, you're booting the male.
No,
Wait,
no, he knew.
You can
both of
do
them
one or the
already.
other.
He knew it
Yeah,
already.
right.
It's
Yeah.
a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah,
Boot.
yeah.
Boot bang.
The dude gets to bang you. You don't have to bang the dude. So I mean that
That's
changes
not
things,
going to
right?
happen.
What if you're really drunk on a bus?
Well, seriously, which
I've
way
never
would you?
been that drunk.
Which way would you say is less gay? You being banged or you doing the banging?
That's a good question. Yeah,
I'm thinking it's about equal.
I think
Just
there might be
saying.
more one way than the other though.
I
Like,
don't think so.
It's kind of like it's not gay if you don't make eye contact, kind of thing.
yeah, I mean, when you get too drunk, a hole's a hole, right? And that's what I used to tell my gay friends. So you know,
Top or
Oh,
bottom?
Jesus.
That's where it goes down to.
you know.
All right, Jason Stallworth.
Tell your gay friends that.
I love the way
His
they
gay
were.
friends in the bear community.
Yeah.
And he only told that to the bottoms.
I'm on the bottom.
I did have a roommate one time. His last name was Bottoms, but anyway. So
Yeah, after you got done with them.
I was.
Bear. His name was Bear Bottom.
Oh
man.
God.
I love them sticking up for one another. That's an awesome thing. But
Picking up.
yeah, sticking up.
Bear Bottom.
But
Gonna boot
I
anyway.
got turned off at during the story though. So I'm sorry, guys.
Where are they from?
It was at the beginning of the story where it said,
Yeah,
Is this like a?
I'm curious to know if Joe's going to bang both of them, or again, we need to clarify, guys. Does Joe have to bang
not
the
a peer
dude, or
pressure
dude
thing.
has to bang? Like, how does that
Oh,
work?
I'll take both of them for sure.
Okay, good.
Oh hell yeah!
So how about one for the girls? That's a question for me. I send stories. I sent you the one. Well,
This has a double. This is a
This
double.
is a double.
This is
so
a double.
Kind of
Like a
will
double
be.
IPA, right?
But
This is a
I
double.
send stories. I'm not the final say as to what makes
yeah,
the show
well,
for a booter bang.
We do have.
So
men
I'll send
occasionally,
stories,
but if
but,
we get
yeah.
more female followers, because I mean, for the most part, Lisa has been on for the remainder. Usually, it's we have weird guys that love the Booter Bang content. So I'm not opposed to putting more guys in the Booter Bang content, but we need to get the women to participate. If you know what I'm
Are
saying.
there any weird guys on right now
Keller,
other than Kelly?
Giorgio, and William. So yeah. Just saying.
Okay, so we got 3 weird guys. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, well, this is a double though. This is
So
a
what are
male
they
female
saying?
combo. Jason, you did not give your answer. We're
No,
going back to you.
I'm gonna boot. It's just not
Double boot.
Yeah, it's just not
Double
yeah.
boot.
Peer
Okay.
pressure.
Joe.
Oh, I know I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna bang anyway
Banging both.
Bang them both.
because I know he's gonna screw us anyway.
Double banger?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Come
is the dude banging Joe or Joe banging the dude though, or does it matter?
Why do you're not allowed to ask apparently?
Why not?
I guess not, but I would.
I mean, I can only give you what the story tells me. I can't make shit up.
But I just want to clarify,
Why
like,
not?
what happens? Who are like, how's that banging situation happening? Right? Like, is it
You're
Well,
just
typically in a devil's triangle.
What happens in my
it's the two
bedroom stays in my
dudes
bedroom. You don't have to know.
Just all
Fair
get in a
enough,
hole
fair enough,
in the
yeah.
one lady. So, you're not
Okay.
actually doing the dudes if it's a devil's triangle.
And what did Laura do? Did she do the boot both or bang some?
I'm going to say
You bang the dude and
I'm going to bang the lady and
Oh.
boot the guy.
Mm.
Yeah.
oh,
She's a closet lesbian.
The
No.
devil's
Keller's a bang bang. Bang 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 bang.
Keller double bang. Okay. Now you were double bang, Joe.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else? We got a full list of commenters. So feel free to give your vote. You can double bang, bang one, bang the other, boot the other. It doesn't matter. You can give your comments. Here we go.
I was right.
Were you?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That guy is so bad looking. He is
can't clean them up.
no.
Yeah,
Although
that's like
that
a
was that
female.
one time when there was two dudes. You're like, oh, one is a bang and one is not. I was like, I couldn't tell which one you were talking.
He's he's looks like he ate a bee.
The girl is cute
know,
though. The girl's
That's what I'm saying.
My
Yeah.
dog stepped on a bee.
Okay.
And it looks like his ears look like a car driving down the street with the doors open.
Backwards.
Backwards. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, he's had a rough few nights.
Yeah.
Rough
And
life.
his hair looks like he put some fingers in a socket.
Rough birth, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm booting both.
Had a bad few nights since birth.
Since birth.
I can't deal with the eyebrows. Those eyebrows are just very too.
That's just very,
snaky.
like-
That's, lady, stop fucking with your
But
eyebrows.
the women who do their makeup really,
At
really
least they
well
try.
do
They
that
try
with their
really hard.
eyebrows. So she's very subtle because she's in uniform in that photo. But I can guarantee if you saw like her dressed in a tight dress and high heels going out for the night, she'd have like amazing makeup. I can guarantee you. She's
Okay.
gonna be a smoke show when you get her out of uniform.
I don't think so.
I do.
Why is she with
Is
this
that the
kid,
only-
though?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Are those the only photos they have of
Yep.
him?
Yep.
That's it.
What's
She a rent-a-cop? What is she?
No, that's a
Oklahoma
whatever,
sheriff.
Oklahoma. You know,
Oklahoma.
it's got to
That's
be. Here's the thing. It's got to be a small agency, because if she's a patrol cop and she's getting information on what detectives are doing and writing warrants, she's like, probably 3 desks in the sheriff's office.
Is it just me, or anytime I hear the name of the state of Oklahoma, all I can think about is that Jackass skit where Preston was sent to a hotel room with the dominatrixes and Oklahoma was the safe word?
Oh, I don't remember that.
No clue what
No?
you're talking about.
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Don't think of that.
The only one. Okay.
Oh yeah. All right.
What's our safe
Keller
word?
wanted to know if that was Colin Kaepernick.
No, but
No. He wasn't kneeling down.
I have some politically incorrect jokes that I will let slide at this
Oh,
point.
let's hear it, dude.
No,
Yo.
just check Twitter. They're all coming out now.
Do we have a safe word with Drinking with Drew show or what?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Neil.
Heel.
Yeah.
Neil.
Butterscotch.
Prost.
Butterscotch.
Starobia.
So I did, like I said earlier, I did email the booking agency for Haley, and
Haley
That's
Welch.
Hawktua.
talked
if
to a
anyone
girl,
needs-
Haley Welch.
Haley Welch. The email address is Haley, and it's spelled weird. It's Hailey Welch at
That's normal.
shorefire.com.
It's actually Haliey.
Oh, that's the one that bounced back. You're right. It's Haliey. Yeah.
Ah,
I
see?
spelled it wrong the first time, Joe. And I just said, hey, what is the process for booking Haley on the show? I know what the process is. I just want them to reply back.
Yeah.
But they have not replied back yet. They're probably researching us and being like, yeah, right.
Right.
But whatever. We'll get her like 5 years from now when she's making zero money.
I mean,
We'll
you
bring her
put
back.
on
We'll
there.
bring her back.
You put in
That
your
will happen.
email, listen while pooping. That's probably why they're not taking you seriously.
Well,
Wait, what?
That's the best time people listen to us.
He
When they're
literally,
pooping.
I'm looking at his email that he followed up with.
No, when my signature on my email
Listen
that
while
says,
pooping?
thanks, Drew. Thanks for contacting the Drinking with Drew show. Be sure to check out the Drinking with Drew show with a
Oh,
link.
that's your-
Subscribe and share.
that's your
Make
signature
sure
block.
to talk about us at the old folks home. Listen while pooping.
That's why, that's
Oh.
your signature block.
That's my signature block on my email for the Drinking with
Awesome.
Drew
Is that like a signature cock block?
show. Mm-hmm.
Only if he's blocking men.
Only if he's
If
blocking,
he's blocking the women,
only if
it's
he's
a twat
blocking
swat.
viewers.
Can you block yourself sometimes?
It's a twat swat.
Can a dude like cock block himself? Can that happen?
You could. Did you guys see the video of the dog that set the house fire?
Dude,
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm
But I
so out of
had to
touch.
stop watching it because I can't stand watching animals that are like eating things that they shouldn't be eating, and
Oh.
nobody there or nobody stopping. They're just like recording it. Like that just And I know they weren't recording it like it was caught on like
No,
their.
it was a house camera.
That's what I'm saying. It was a house, but I still can't stand to watch that because I'm like, the dog's gonna eat something. It's gonna get sick. It just,
It was
yeah.
It was chewing on like a cell phone charger.
I would rather see a baby chew on a cell phone charger instead of house fire than a dog.
It was like one of those like portable charging banks.
Yeah.
So he's chewing on it. And all of a sudden he like punctures
Hits
it,
the- yeah.
I'll show
and it
you
like
this.
pops in it.
I'll show you this real quick. Frodo going into mommy's purse. They will eat anything. He's
yeah.
What
looking
was
for
the-
stuff.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
But watch this.
That's why I always have my purse off the floor.
No, we were watching. There's nothing in there. We're like watching him do this
Yeah.
whole time. But yeah,
Oh, Joe, look at you in the.
This
I
is
said-
the table. I want this table. That's why this is showing right now.
well,
You
that's
talked
a-
about
Okay,
it.
That's cool.
here's the video. Okay, so this dog is just chewing on a battery. It's some type of cell phone battery, and then it just sparks and goes into flames. Now, no dogs were harmed. Everybody got out
And they
okay.
sat there barking at it for like an hour.
But this goes to show you like how crazy this shit could happen. Now the speed was increased on this camera, but you can see it went up pretty fast. For
That's crazy.
a house fire, like
Yeah.
it literally is just like boom going up.
It's crazy.
Luckily they got them all out, and the fire department was called, but that could have been obviously much different. So.
The animals are okay, right?
But why? I mean, I know dogs chew on some weird shit. Thankfully, our dogs aren't.
They're out of that.
They're out of that stage. Like the most they ever did was chew on my shoes.
Yeah, you lost a lot of shoes.
Lost
You got a lot of
shoes.
holy socks.
Not a holy socks, but they never chewed on electronics or anything
Right, we never
weird
had
like that.
Right? They never like ate anything. They just
But why?
shoot it up.
Would a battery? This is
That's so
some type of
soft.
cell phone charger. They should be. There's got to be some type of internal device that prevents them from just fucking exploding like
This
that.
is far.
Well, these lithium-ion batteries, that's why they wouldn't let them on airplanes for a while. The Galaxy phones and all that.
Well, what do dogs
They
like?
overheat.
What do dogs like to eat?
Anything.
Peanut butter.
So the guy had a peanut butter sandwich, and then he was
gonna be
doing
a
something.
bad
He was
joke.
doing something. He had to poop and doing something funny with his phone, and then left it out. And and that's I don't know. I know it's sick, but just
I don't know.
Did that
but-
deserve a laugh? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know
Thanks,
what.
Laura.
I don't know how dogs like pick certain things that aren't food or a shoe. I guess they can consider it a toy.
It's
But
leather.
Georgie, one of the last things that he really chewed up, he went into my purse, which was on the coffee table. So he got it on the coffee table, went into my purse, and the only thing he pulled out, which he somehow got it out of my wallet, was my debit card. Chewed up my debit card.
That's crazy.
Didn't need it, just chewed it up.
Yeah.
Couldn't use it. Had to order a new one. But like, I'm like, of all things, like I don't remember. Maybe because we went out to dinner and like I was eating something with my hands, and that's
That's
like,
what I was
the
getting
only thing
at.
I could think of. But like, that was the
Yeah.
only thing he pulled out of my purse and chewed up. It was so weird.
That's where I was going, but just in a gross way. But like if the if the cell phone like touched food or just had some kind of food involved. I mean, dogs will get into it. I mean, Frodo, he ripped open. She had some oatmeal packets in her purse. He tore the packets open. I don't know how, and ate all the oatmeal inside the packets.
My
dry oatmeal.
gosh.
But that's food. I can see that because it's food. This is just a battery that doesn't even taste good. Like what?
But it had to be in contact with some sort of food source somehow. I don't know how. Like if the guy was handling the battery, maybe he had a steak before that, and then he started working on the battery or whatever.
No, because dogs will chew on like walls. They'll chew on paint. They'll chew on like the leg of a
True.
table. They'll chew on anything.
Did chew on walls.
Shoe.
They'll chew anything.
Simon did chew a hole through the wall.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's true. Forgot about that.
he's such a good puppy.
But why do you think these mattresses are in front of the couches?
The dog bed.
You think that's what I'm looking
Yeah,
at? That's
dog
what I'm
bed.
looking at. I mean,
Yeah.
they're in a weird spot.
We've got Gigi's
It's just
old
right in the
bed,
middle of the
which is-
living room.
Yeah.
Newer mattresses won't catch on fire.
Like if they were little dogs,
Yeah.
I would understand. They need them to step up, but they're big dogs. Like do they?
Well, they're too big to go on the couch and stuff, so they have to put them on
Yeah.
the floor.
but right where you're, I don't know. That's just weird. It's a weird setup.
Anywho.
Would you go see a movie with 220 dogs in attendance
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the movie
Yeah,
or in
we'd
the
do it.
theater?
in the theater?
Yeah, we'd do it.
Oh.
We'd do it. 200 dogs or 200 people. I guess there's probably people with that.
200 dogs. 200. They were
I
trying to
wouldn't-
break a world record.
Here's the thing. We wouldn't be able to bring any of the weens because they
No.
would go a little crazy. Georgia would probably poop himself. He'd be so scared.
Simon would be okay.
I feel like Simon would be okay, but in my mind, I wouldn't trust the other dogs.
Yeah, Candy's the same way.
Simon has
and I
been
get it.
attacked more
Yeah.
times than I care to count, and he's such a sweetheart that he doesn't retaliate. Well, he retaliates, but he doesn't like retaliate to injure.
He doesn't
Yeah.
correct.
He does it to correct.
Like, leave me alone. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I feel like I would be more concerned about the other dogs that are there and the number of other dogs that are there for Simon, but I would go like by myself and be the weirdo that's not there with the dog just so that I can go play with other people's dogs.
Yep. I'm with you on that.
I thought you were going to say about like they just had like in a movie theater like 90 minutes of cat videos.
No, but probably better.
Because that was the thing that was just out last week as well. They had 90 minutes of cat videos in the theater.
And dogs went to screen that.
No, but I'm just saying like they could have just had 90 minutes of dog videos.
I had to keep myself from petting the dog in the vet when we got Buddy fixed today. There's a cute little dog, and I don't want to be rude, but he was just so cute. I'm like, you just want to pet all the puppies
Why is that rude?
and kitties. Well, some people are weird about that, and I like even with Frodo with us, we're like, okay, because Frodo doesn't really like people that much. Mm-hmm. He loves other small dogs, but he's like with people, he's like, no, get away from me. So
Well, this guy, let's see, they're trying to set a world record, and I guess it was short.
Year-old kid came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, you should break that record with your new movie." So I give Billy full credit for the idea. So like, look at the community. The community
So,
just rallied around.
I guess
us.
this
They're
guy
so excited.
put it all together and
Celebrate partnership. Kelly and Catherine have like really come to our help, and it's been just a wonderful community sort of support. It's been
and if you
it's
have
been
craft
amazing,
beer
the
there,
turnout.
that's awesome.
Like, look at this. It's like a hockey rink.
It's a hockey rink, yeah.
They're on the ice.
There's no ice, though. You're just sitting on the ground.
Where do they poop and pee?
That's the other thing too. Like you'd be stepping
Wherever
on
they want.
landmines.
Yeah,
Wherever they want.
Yeah,
Drew. Yeah.
wherever. All right. Joe.
Again with me?
Yep.
Pick on somebody else.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a gross story.
No.
Just the way he said it. Okay, Joe.
So, when was the last time you had your penis out on the bus?
Right. When was the last time you wanked it at work?
When my wife said she was disappointed in
I
her
work from
shorts.
home. I work from home 3 days a week.
There you go.
Candy said she was disappointed in her shorts. I thought she was talking about the shorts you're wearing, but she was talking about your YouTube shorts. I
YouTube
didn't-
shorts.
Yeah.
All right. I need you guys to tell me how fucked up in the head I am, because
Only on Tuesdays.
this article says if you don't say I love you in a relationship within 3 months, you need to split.
No.
Yeah,
How-
but I mean,
No.
within 3 months, here's the thing. Everybody's different, right? Everyone's different. I mean, within 3 months,
I think it depends on the
Man, that-
stage that you're in life.
That depends on so
I mean, if
many
you're-
things.
3
lot of
months,
things,
3 months
right?
when you're 19 and 3 months when you're 68.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, for me, like 3
That's the
days,
same
you know,
thing.
but with Candy, I'm like, okay, we're just doing this. And
3 minutes.
you're going to have to like it. So,
This lady says, if,
Poor Candy, she had no
Take it.
choice.
right?
I don't believe it.
I don't believe
I
it.
mean-
I didn't give her much of a choice.
I don't believe it.
So this is like one of those, Dear Abby bullshit articles, but it says if your boyfriend doesn't say I love you by this time, it won't work out.
Well,
She claims to be an expert.
what if she doesn't say it first?
She's a dating coach, and no nonsense
Oh,
dating
God.
coach says a woman should dump her boyfriend if he hasn't said I love you within 3 months of starting the relationship.
Would you prefer him
Nonsense.
say it and not mean it, or you prefer him wait till he means it?
And does that also mean like from your first date or when you become like, and I don't want to use the word official because that sounds very like young and juvenile, but like when you're in your 20s and 30s, if you're just casually dating because you're not like sure, if it's going to work out, you go on a date here, you go on a date there. Okay, so is it from that first date when you guys are dating other people too? Or is it from when you're like, okay, you're mine, I'm yours. Like we're done with dating other people. Like let's give this a shot. Like where's the starting point that she's talking about?
When he puts it in your butt.
Then I'll never get an I love you because that's never gonna fucking happen.
Well, that's probably why it hasn't happened yet.
Is it like the guy in Jacksonville from Beverly Hills show, the anal assassin? Remember him?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So here's the thing. Guys will say anything to get laid,
Yeah.
It's true.
including I love you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that women need to look out for is when they're dating somebody new, all the things that men say to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel warm and fuzzy.
He's preloading.
But also love bombing. That's a
Reloading.
big red flag is love bombing.
Yep.
Henry
So
Rollins,
is that a bombing? Is that a thing?
here's,
Love bombing?
here's men, fathers.
Laying it on too thick.
have your teenage daughters listen to Henry Rollins' Liar over and over on repeat for a week. Okay. Because that fucking song is so true to the fact that men will lie to get what they want in a relationship. They will lie to get fucking laid. They'll lie to do it. So that's the problem is.
But women would never do that.
I'm not saying women don't do it, Doug.
Women don't need to say it. If women are like, let's go fuck, guys are going to be like, yup.
Right.
Like, you see, men will tell the most lies, but women will tell the biggest lies.
That's
like the men will
totally
tell.
true.
The men is going to lie about where did he have dinner, who was he with, what was he doing. When the woman's going to lie about it's your baby.
So women need to have a reason, men need to have a place.
I need to get these on Pat, Joe. Hold on. That's what I meant to do. I like your comment. There you go. Yeah, you're right, Joe. So women do tell the biggest lies. Men tell the most lies.
Yep.
So
Wow.
this
That's
is
profound.
It is. It is. And
I don't think I've ever lied to you about anything. That should have been a laugh, not a.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not that one either.
Oh no. That was like a wiener going down. So, I was like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. You know?
That's why I'm saying like women will tell big lies, but not lie on the regular.
Yeah, but I don't think I have.
Is it like that Stevie
I don't have any
song,
reason to
Tell Me
lie.
Lies?
Tell me sweet
we
little
could play
lies.
it, but then we
Fleetwood
get
Mac.
banned.
Yeah.
They tell me lies.
No, but I think that women in a startup, when they're starting to get to know a guy, like look for those red flags. But overall, 3 months, that's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't want to put our business out there, but I do all the time. I'm not an I love you guy at all. Like, I ask her, it's not in my
No.
verbatim.
So how long did it take for you guys to
We
do
still
it?
don't.
Just at night when you're
The
dreaming?
first time he told me, it was like a year and a half.
Ago or a year and a half into it?
A year and a half in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But he's probably said it. I can probably count on one hand the number of times he's actually said it in the 7 years.
Maybe 2
He just
months.
But he
doesn't.
shows it in other ways.
Yeah, here's my wiener.
Look, I don't know. Just guys, just
I think it's also like how you were raised. Like in my family, like every phone call when we hung up with someone in our family, it was "I love you." When we were leaving, like we would have like
too, yeah.
it was "I love you." It was "I love you." So like "I love you"
doesn't mean anything anymore.
Isn't a scary thing to say once you have said it in my book. Like for family, of course,
no,
you say
because
I love
it
you, but,
loses
like,
its
Yeah, but
meaning.
does it mean anything anymore?
Exactly. So people who say I love you when they're leaving the house, it no longer means I love you. It means I'll see you later. People who say I love you too much no longer means I love you. It means
that's just what you say.
I'm going to the store and I'll see you in 10 minutes. There's no fucking reason to say I love you. And people are like, well, you could die and get into an accident. You'll never see them again. So you got to say I love you. But no, you don't.
No.
They know you fucking love them. I just don't. I'm not on that bandwagon with every time you leave, you got to say I love you every time. Like, go do your thing. I'll be here when you get back. If you're not, then I'm not gonna.
If you didn't know on your own, then there's something wrong with the relationship to begin with.
Right.
I don't have to say it.
I don't have to flood you with the I love you. It just is there, and I'm going to the store. I'm getting milk. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
You and Angelique, Doug, how often do you guys say I love you?
When
I
you're
heard it on the phone tonight.
A lot.
Yeah.
But why? Let me get in your head, Doug, because I really need to figure out if I'm the person that's wrong and I don't understand it. Is it you feel like they need to know?
Huh?
Is it because you feel like she needs to know? She doesn't like she needs to
It's a way of communicating. I mean.
But you guys are long distance too, so it's harder to show like acts of love on a daily basis.
I mean, they video.
Where's she at?
Joe said, what do they video, Joe?
She's in Crestview.
Angelique, are you watching right now?
North Florida.
Oh, God.
No masturbating in the studio, Jason.
6 hours away.
Joe was doing it.
He did it first.
Okay, so long distance relationships. I refuse to do them. That's just me. I can't do them. I just.
It depends on your situation.
I guess, but I know me in a long distance relationship. I would be dating 5 different people and then dating the person that I'm dating in the long distance relationship.
You would have hoes in different area codes.
In each bedroom here.
What do you have, like Pose with Mo's? Or
What, Hose and Bros?
That one.
You mixed
Pose
that
and Bros.
There's a lunch story behind that somewhere.
Something, yeah.
Welcome to Moe's, you hoe!
I am thinking about a big burrito right now, man, with some steak and hot sauce, yeah.
I just can't do the long distance thing. I tried it
I'm with
many
you.
years
I
ago, and I
wouldn't-
failed terribly.
No, some people at different parts in their life.
So you just married her.
Yeah, you're at a different phase in your life. Oh, there's no, yeah, I couldn't
That's
do
true.
that. But Candy's like that too. We're both like that. We wouldn't have dated certain people in certain industries because they're gone all the time. Because it's like, okay, what's the point, you know? But that again, and it's not to knock Doug and
I'm not knocking anybody. Just
No, I
everybody
know,
has
I know.
their own flavor
Right,
and their
right.
own flavor saver. I'm just saying it's not for me. I can't do it. But I'm also not the person that throws out "I loved you" all the time.
The flavor.
I've been called a very cold and callous person to date
By
because
whom?
every girl I've ever dated, I just don't show a lot of emotion in that regard. Like I'm not to say I'm not romantic, because I feel that I am romantic in my own ways,
Of course you do.
but I'm just not very, verbally there.
You guys just need to light some candles and a bubble bath and some Mariah Carey. Put that on, and you guys will be okay. It'll be fine. It'll be a romantic thing.
I'm pretty sure the last time there was a bubble bath in this house, we did a photo shoot for you to do your Aquaman water boy.
You turned it into that. You turned it
That
into
was
that.
awesome. Oh man.
That
He
was-
had a long day, so I drew him a bubble bath, and he had a nice glass of wine, and then I'm like, because it was like around
She,
the same time that
For whatever
Jason,
reason, wanted to take a photo of it.
no, Jason Momoa posted a picture on like his social medias of him like in a bath, like in a bubble bath, like with wine or something like that. And when I saw that, like when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, this looks just like what it was on like his Instagram stories. We had to do a little like side by side, and so there was Aquaman, which is Jason Momoa, and then Drew was Water Boy.
Nice. I like
That was
it.
him.
A lot of compliments on the photo. Just saying. Can you grab that black and tan back out for me?
Dude, yes.
See where that's at. I think it's halfway full.
Candy says that she agrees with Drew when it comes to being emotionally. Well, she said she's not an emotionally needy person.
Not until she got with me.
I was gonna say even if she's not, even if she was, I feel like Jason's very like giving, like he lets you know kind of thing.
Candy's like, I'm going to take a pee, Jason. I love you, babe.
Yeah.
Even with his constant
Please
boots.
don't be too long.
His constant boots, because he's like, I have the best wife ever, and she's not even around, and he just lets everybody know.
Well, when he's in the woods, you get the man and the bear.
I'll say this: we do have a very odd and very weird relationship compared to, I guess, most people, if I could say that, because most people, the longer they're together, the more they just kind of tolerate each other. But I can say, without being like a overly romantic or whatever, we've grown together. So it's and I'm happy because but here's the caveat to that: I was married twice before, and it was like some of the most miserable situations in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what that's like, and I know what doesn't work for me, and she knows the same. We were 33 years old when we got together, and we've been together now, I suck at math, 16 years. So, and it's been, we truly have grown closer together over the years.
And somehow Candace still looks 33.
I know, yeah, I look like the molester dude at the grocery store. So
Yeah, you do.
You two together there?
You okay, little lady?
Yeah.
Is this man bothering you?
Hurry up, he's catching up.
Time to put his wiener back in his pocket. Put that away.
Yeah, I don't know, but Laura makes me feel bad about it all the time. She says
She said,
No,
Drew.
I made him feel bad because I don't tell him I love you a lot because I know that that's not his thing, and I'm okay with it. Like I'll show him.
No, but
I
she'll
love
listen
him
to
with-
country songs on the FM radio that are saying, I love you, you're my girl.
I think
I'll
that's
spend
the
my rest of my
FU
life. She's
radio.
like, these are things I'll never hear from you.
I
And I'm
did
like,
say that recently.
No,
yeah,
wait.
you're
I
right.
did.
Now, do you do the Patrick Swayze thing like in Ghost? And she's like, oh my God, Drew, I love you. And you're like,
No.
ditto.
No, no, but he
You remember the
did.
movie? You remember that?
He
I
did.
say, thanks.
No, he
He
did.
saw that, but he didn't see American Pie.
He did purchase us Star Wars shirts that say "I love you and I know."
Well, that was Star Wars. I mean, those are cool shirts. They're iconic.
He literally could have got C-3PO and R2-D2, and he gets the "I love you and I know."
No,
instead.
you could
Say,
do this.
being emotional is not very metal.
It's not.
You know, you could do this, like she says, love you, pull your wiener out and like make the pee hole open, like talking like, I love you too. You know, like the wiener's talking to her. That's going over the edge, I know.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
No, I literally.
I think you're too invested in his physical relationship.
No, I don't.
Absolutely.
I don't say it because I know that it's not his thing. I'll show him in other ways. You know, I'll buy little things that I think he'll like, kind of thing. But I told him because he was going into surgery. I told him I love you as I was like leaving. Or maybe I told him like in a text message, like we were like going to bed.
Am I gonna die?
No, and he sends back like an eye roll emoji, and I was like, "Go fuck yourself."
Oh, no.
First off.
Did you do that, Drew?
He did.
No.
Okay, here's the thing.
Can we see the text?
Here's the
Yes,
thing.
I got receipts.
This is not. I'm going to put it to the comments. Okay, the comment
Okay.
section. This is what I sent her. That is not an eye roll emoji.
I'm sorry. It's the little slanty mouth thing.
Was it a hand job emoji? Is that what
No,
it was?
it was like a two. It was like two eyes with a little slanty mouth.
This is not an eye roll emoji. Okay, so that is your tongue is out of your mouth like a.
No, a P is your tongue out of your mouth.
No.
A two dot.
No.
It's the colon and the P is the tongue out of your
No.
mouth.
Was the hard to decipher I'm madly in love with you emoji? Is that what it was? And
No, it's like I'm nervous because I'm going into surgery and I don't know how to accept that compliment
Oh.
I don't
because
even
that
remember what
makes
she's
me feel
talking
like I'm
about.
gonna
That's
die.
Deep Joe.
I don't think there was any. I think I don't remember because obviously I was probably already going under anesthesia at the point. I don't remember what she's talking about.
It was in a text message. You weren't under anesthesia yet.
Oh, man. Oh.
I have the evidence.
So we are going to be doing a couples therapy on the Drinking with Drew show here.
Apparently,
This isn't what this is right now.
Pretty
Yeah,
soon.
it's a precursor.
You know,
to-
I don't know. I'm a little too nervous about how personal
Hold
the
on.
show gets.
No.
I
If you guys
will.
want
I'm
more
going to throw
views-
this out here. I will say where he was making the comment about how we'll listen to like a country song and be like, "Those are words I'll never hear."
Now, why would you listen to country songs?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Just so that everybody knows, the first time he told me that he loved me,
I was drunk as a skunk.
we were he started playing Brooks and Dunn's Brand New Man. We were coming home from a soccer game. He was a little drunk.
Hell.
Little sauce.
So many,
Singing,
so
he's
many
singing
Captain
this
Coke.
song, right?
Ugh,
And then
dude.
he gets to the second
I
verse.
don't men leave him. I'll brag about
No.
my freedom. I
He
mean,
gets
that
to the
song
second
defines
verse.
me like completely.
But yeah, then he's talking about there's a woman who
don't
like
know.
makes him end all of that. And then he starts bawling.
I did cry.
Oh, yes.
Bowling!
Yes.
Saying he loves me and he's sorry that it took him so long. And I'm like,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
driving home and I'm like, I love you too. Like, what's going on?
that's
Are we
so
dying?
awesome.
It
That's-
was
what a story, though.
it was one of those drunk nights, though.
In Vino Veritas.
Oh, I know,
It
but
was
we
very drunk
we
night.
become our
Now
true
he
selves,
refuses to
though.
play the
no,
song.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That's his ringtone.
No, but
He
here,
refuses to play it.
Put it on your phone as the ringtone every
Right.
time it goes off.
it was a very weird night. I was hammered bad.
Hammered. And that was the night that we became Facebook official.
Look
It has since changed because he can't put it on socials. I'm like, whatever, socials aren't real.
Guys, look.
The whole thing. It was a
Hey, how
night
come
and a
we're not
half.
friends on Facebook?
I fell asleep and I woke up to being in a relationship.
Now we're talking 7 years ago, okay?
That was 7 years
It
ago.
was 5.5 years ago.
It's been a long time.
It was-
It's
Okay.
been 7 years.
So,
And she's like, I didn't know he liked me yet, but I was already living there.
yeah. And
He's so upset I just told that story.
no, I'm not upset at all, but I kind of want
He's the one who wanted to have a show.
I kind of want to delve into it now because
Yeah.
you know, it was one of those nights that I was drunk, and you shouldn't probably have conversations like that when you're completely hammered.
We weren't having a conversation.
I
You
know,
were karaoke
I know.
in the
I
car.
was trying to sing a karaoke song, and I did. It reminded me of myself too much. Like
Okay.
that song to me hit home like really hard because it did remind me of myself like totally, and then
What
like
song
hit
is
me.
this, dude?
It's
Brand
Brand
New
New
Man.
Brooks and
Brooks
Dunn,
and Dunn.
Brand New Man. So
I mean, they
I
all
used to love him and leave him. Oh, I'd brag about my freedom. How no one could tie me down. Then I met you. Now my heart beats true.
So it's one of those really corny fucking songs,
What
right?
song, though,
Now,
right?
No, I just made that up right on the
No,
spot.
that is. That's the song.
lyrics.
That's the song.
they won vocal duo of the year
Can
for
I
like
just
20
say-
years in a row.
Can I just say that is my one and only time that I will be singing for anybody to hear.
She did sing. Yeah, we got to do karaoke.
Oh,
See
this
what
is
it
going
took?
viral, guys.
See what it took?
Put the right title in. It's going viral. Relationship status, country music.
Relationship viral.
Yeah.
But it reminded me of how much of an asshole I am in relationships when it comes to the emotional thing, like
he's honest about it.
But, and I think that's what brought up the emotions about it. But then I kind of, the next day, I'm like, I did kind of give her the warnings. Like I threw out all my red flags up front. Like I told her up front every red flag I have. So I won't go over them in the show, but
no, next show.
No, we're not doing it tonight.
There's a list, okay, and she hung around, so I don't, the
I told you, my toxic trait.
Well, the issues that I was feeling emotional about, I kind of relieved myself of after thinking about it the next day, because it's like, well, actually, I told her about all those issues I had, so that's kind of where I left things in my head.
Yeah. If
that makes sense, I don't know. Probably not, because.
Well, I think everybody has their own love language. When we talk about that, I think there's a book on that or whatever. Who cares? But I think everybody does have their own way of receiving love, and of course, I think we have to be able to give that to the person that we're with and know their love language, so that they know that we do love them somehow. It doesn't mean you need to change who you are completely, because that's not who you fell in love with, and vice versa, right? But I think we do have to learn to, okay, well, how to let this person know that they love me,
You come in their face. You get
so if that's a love language,
you missed the eye on purpose.
I'll take a literal and figurative pearl necklace.
You stop aiming for the belly button, and you every time you try to shoot a little further, and you just stick them in the neck. You're like, okay, I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Need some hair gel? That's what you do. You aim for the top.
Yeah. So we're getting there. No.
Shoot for the top.
But no, I look at you guys from an outside perspective. I look at you guys. You're here in this really cool house. We're in here in this really cool studio with these really cool people, like me being one. And you got these awesome animals. You got Simon over here. You got the doxies. You got the fish. So I see all that you guys have together. I'm like, okay, well, that's an awesome thing. That's
our love languages. Our animals.
There you go. Yeah.
They are animals. And here's the thing. I love every pet we have, every dog, every fish, all that good stuff. I love what we have. But then the reality of it sets in, and just the work I do, I've seen all that end in an evening. You know what I mean? Like, people get divorced and like, you take the kids, you take that kid, visitation, blah, blah, blah. And it ends so quickly, and it's like, okay, it's great when it's together, but I've seen it fall apart so fast, and I think maybe that's why I get jaded so much, because I've just been involved in this business so long, to where I'm constantly dealing with couples breaking up, marriages falling apart. When I was at the sheriff's office arresting people who've been married for 30 years because some lady thinks I want to file domestic battery claims. Like, you've been married 30 years, you got 5 kids, and now you want to take this guy to jail because you have no marks on your face, but you're saying he hit you. That's like, it jades you, after a while. And as good as your life seems, as good as everything looks, it could be gone tomorrow.
Laura, do you walk into a door?
What?
Like, just like, I accidentally walked into a door.
Oh, yes.
No. I mean, here's the thing.
No, but the video that we posted of Devo dragging me across the driveway.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
People were making comments because, like, we posted that one, and then I think shortly thereafter, I got hit in the face with the soccer ball. Like, all of these things happened where I got injured, like, back to back, and we posted about it. And somebody was making the comments like, Drew's just lining up his claim for
affirmative defense.
Like, his defense for when you end up with a black eye. And I'm like, oh, God, no, I'm just a klutz. And things always happen to me where I'm bruised. I look at myself wrong, or somebody and I bruise. Like,
no,
I'm constantly have bruises.
I've never been the type of person to lay a hand on a woman. Never done it in my life. Won't ever do it. I will walk out in a heartbeat.
I'm with you.
I will walk out without saying anything and be gone forever. I will not lay a hand on a person. And women have a problem with that. Women would rather you fight them and be emotional and be physical with them, because that tells you that you love them.
That's their toxic trait.
Yeah. They want you to fight. Trait. They want you to fight for them. Yeah. They want you to fight it out, and that is emotion that they want. You disappear, it shows you, it shows a lack of empathy and caring. And I'm unfortunately capable of that. And that's just me as a person. Those are the walls I have inside of me. I am just able to walk out of anything without looking back because I've done it before. I've been there. I've started over from scratch. I know what it's like. I've lost dogs. I've lost a house. I've lost so much shit because relationships don't work out. And I've prepared my mind and my heart for that. And that's just the way I am.
No, 2 divorces. I've lost everything I've ever owned and then some, and plus being in the negative. So I totally get that, and I think it's better to be able to walk away than to get physical with someone because you shouldn't have to prove anything. It's one thing.
You're only saying that because Candy could kick your ass.
Well, that too, right? But I mean, you really shouldn't have to. In my opinion, you shouldn't have to prove anything. You shouldn't have to prove, well, you need to stand up for me and fight for me. Why? I already have you. We already have each other. You know what I mean? It should be. So I try, and this is what I've vowed to her not to do, is to beat her up and punish her for the things that I've been through. Because she is not the people that I was with before. And right. She's not the people that I was with before. That's a completely separate circumstances. And I know you're vulnerable and like, okay, well, it could all go away tomorrow. And I get that. But I guess I can't ever fathom that happening with us.
Well, that's where I have to like reflect on his, I don't want to call them issues, but the way he handles relationships are based on his past relationships, and those he's putting them on me because of his past relationships. But I have to realize that I haven't done anything to cause him to think that I'm going to walk out or I'm going to do anything that his exes have done. But I just need to like realize it's not me.
But that can go two ways though.
Whatever.
That can either be unfair to you, right? Because he's not giving you a clean slate to start with, or you can say that that's not foolish of him because he's learning from his mistakes.
Right.
And if you think he always gives a clean slate every time he starts and he keeps making the same mistakes over again, or the same situation keeps happening because of that, then you think, oh, well, he should have learned from his mistake and he should have realized it.
Right.
He's trying to learn from that mistake and being different. And I guess it's unfortunate that
it's kind of like
it goes that way.
It's like
you're just a dick.
I am. It's true. No, but it's just like sitting through. You can't send somebody through boot camp and then 5 years of war and expect them to come back normal. You know what I mean? They're going to have reflections of that, and they're going to have scarring from it.
You can't go out to a club and pick up a girl and then take her home and try to change her into a girl that doesn't go out to clubs.
Are you saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, Joe?
I mean,
I understand that.
Yeah,
but
that is the song.
I totally get that.
So there you go.
Simon, down.
But
can't make a wife out of a hoe.
After going through 2 divorces and everything that comes with that, which I won't even get into, by all rights, I should be really screwed up. But I was for a little while. Probably some, right? But I was for a little while, and when I met her, I don't know. I guess I just made a conscious decision, somewhat not even knowing that, like, okay, well, this is just going to be it, and I'm done, and I'm just going to go. But here's the thing, though, Drew. I've been known just to jump all in with no net. That's always been me.
I can't do that anymore.
So that's but I knowing her and kind of knowing where we've come from, I can't say that I really jumped in with no net because I knew, like we knew. So I laid all, like you laid all your red flags out. I gave her my pass, and there's some ugly stuff, and she still chose. I'm like, okay, well, and she told me about hers as well. So we kind of established that. I'm like, okay, well, the only choice we have at this point, if we're going to be together, is just to trust one another and move forward. That there's no other choice beyond that if we're going to be together. So that's kind of how we approached it, and we've always respected one another and always put each other first. And it just worked out.
Mm-hmm. Doug, you care to comment? I know you're in kind of is it a newish relationship?
Yeah,
You've been around for a while.
You guys comment on that.
Can we talk about you while you're gone?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just talk about Jason while he's gone.
Okay, we can do that.
So I used to give job interviews And on the job interview, when someone would come to interview for my team, I would make the job sound as difficult as possible. Work late nights, weekends, like difficult, and show the stress.
Why?
Because if they were still smart enough to, or still interested enough to keep coming back,
Right.
then I knew they would legitimately wanted that job.
You were right the first time you said smart enough before you said interested enough.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if I can give you the bad up front and you still want the job, then I know you're worth it. Because
Right.
otherwise, I don't want you to come in thinking it's going to be roses and then find out that it's a stressful job.
Right.
And then not like it. I gave all the red flags up front.
Right.
Same different situation, but same
Well,
thing.
I mean, kind of similar.
I mean, a job interview is the same
What
thing.
you
I mean,
do on a
it's
first date
commitment,
is
yeah.
definitely a job interview. I mean, all you're doing is trying to sell yourself. And I mean, people.
Well, most companies lie about everything.
That's why I wouldn't do it
in the beginning.
Applicants
That's why I
lie,
wouldn't do it.
companies lie. Like, I mean, and a first date is the
That's
same
not my
thing.
experience. I don't lie, but companies lie.
Yeah, but I mean, when somebody says, "Oh, how long you been welding?" You might say a year. You might say 5 years.
I might say I still can't weld worth the shit.
But
gotta look at roll of nickels, right?
people fudge resumes all the time.
Either a roll of nickels or like a machine did it. That's the difference.
Yeah, but when you're on a first date and you're getting to know somebody, I have a tendency to talk about the bad things first. I don't, and just I had a 10-year stint of being single and living in Ybor. I went on a ton of dates where I would go to Acropolis and all the servers would laugh because they knew, oh, Drew's here on another date. When it was
So
like
your point
the third
is,
one is that
Thank
week.
God you never took me to Acropolis.
if you can't scare them off with the truth, then they might be a keeper. Is that your philosophy there?
I wasn't looking for anything long term, so I didn't care. So I
Not
was
like you're trying to scare them off.
So then
with
why
the
did you
truth.
take them to McDonald's instead?
Yeah.
because I
Save yourself the money.
No, I'm just always I'm gonna go spend some money and have a good time either way. But I just would. I got so sick and tired of the typical
Tasted like blueberries.
date. I just
Holy moly.
that was Pajama Joe for anybody wondering.
Good job.
That was blueberry, bumbleberry blueberry.
So speaking of first date red flags, I saw this video recently online, like sometime this week, and it was a woman who was recording a guy. It was their first date. It was a young couple, and he was saying that they met on a dating website, and he was saying that he's like, I know this is a really weird topic to bring up on a first date, but I'm just not here to waste time. He's like,
Do you do anal?
No, he said he wanted to know how fertile she was because there's no point in dating a woman if she cannot give him children. And he was saying,
no.
after it was like the end of the date, and he's like, I've had a great time on this date, and you seem to be the perfect specimen, is what he called her. And everyone's like commenting, like, if anyone called me a specimen and was asking about how fertile I was, I'd be like, get the hell out of my car. Like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, but
that's
it
like-
could go the other way too, because women want a guy that's gonna give them a baby.
Yeah, I mean, and that's at least he was honest about it on the first
Well,
date.
I'm thinking that depends on what age group they're in, too.
Yeah, they were young. They were like probably in their early 20s. So he's pretty much saying, like, I'm not
Young
going to
and
date a
dumb.
woman if I cannot spread my seed, continue
too.
on my last name.
I got your seed.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for a horrible marriage for at least one of the
Yeah, but
people
at least he
anyway,
was honest
right?
about it.
Yeah.
I
Right.
would much rather have some, any dirt come up on the first date than wait
Yeah.
2 years for it to come up. I mean,
Really?
I'm with you.
when I told
What
her
if
I
it
had
never comes up?
what,
What if it never comes
then
up?
I mean, but the problem
Probably
is
better.
it's gonna come up. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's not.
Doug,
At some
If
point.
it's your true self,
if
you know.
it's
Depends on
you,
what it is.
if you have his motive was kids, so obviously it would have definitely come up if she couldn't have kids after
Yeah,
3
but
years.
Also, why
Right.
put in 2 years if all you suddenly
Right.
find out she
Yeah.
doesn't want kids?
Are you talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
like a wiener not coming up? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, they have pills for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just always best to be straight up. And
Yeah.
the first dates are just. I've brought my mom on first dates before, just because Mom, I'm on a first date. I'm meeting this girl at the bar. You want to come? And she would go. The lady freaked out. Why's your mom here? She want to have a beer.
Because I live with her.
No, but I
'Cause
just,
I'm into
I
that.
just got so sick of dating that I just stopped considering it dating. I would just be like, hey, I'm gonna go have a beer. I'm going to meet somebody and have a couple drinks. Whoever wants to go. I mean, it was like, I would consider it kind of a social gathering. I wouldn't even consider it a date. So
It's called safe dating.
Whatever.
No, it is. It's called safe dating because this way, like,
I didn't call it that, but
if they don't show up or if it doesn't work, it's still a social atmosphere that you didn't feel like the one-on-one pressure. It's called safe dating.
Well, I see a beautiful thing for what it's worth with you guys, and I'll just say that.
He's calling you
guys-
beautiful.
Well, together, right?
So what is this? This isn't a bear? Am I a cub? What is this, Jason? I get a little thing going
Well,
on here.
that I would say it's kind of like a cub
Little
at
cub.
17 years old type of thing,
Appreciate it.
Horny cub, probably.
With a gray goatee, that's a cub.
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably like a.
I don't know, Jason. How come you're the only one here without long hair?
I think that with it being,
have
I
it.
think with it being white, you're a polar bear.
Oh, yes, polar bear, yes.
No, I'm not a bear. I'm not. First off, for a bear, you got to be over.
You have to be black to be a
You have to be
polar
big.
bear.
No, you have to be a big guy, and you have to be berry, like hair, like
I'm barely a
joke
bear.
about
and
your
I
white
shave,
hair
so I
on
don't
your
know.
face.
Barely a bear.
Yeah,
I'm barely a bear.
I'm 220 and I shave,
burly.
so it's like I don't know if I'm a bear anymore.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're a
The
bear.
boys at the gym called me a hairless gorilla bear. So whatever that means.
I mean, you look like you got attacked by a bear with your new robot scars. But
That is true. I look like
He's got
somebody, I
bullet
look like
holes.
somebody tried to carry me like a 6-pack.
Like a claw.
it's true. It looks.
I do.
Yes,
I look like there was
You're
some
the teddy
beast-
bear in the claw machine.
Yeah, got somebody picked me up on my stomach with a claw machine. And that's what my stomach looks like right now.
It
Yeah.
looks like you got bullet holes.
Yeah. I tell him it looks like he got shanked in an alleyway.
It does, and that's on top of the scar I already had.
They
Yeah.
shanked him with a shiv.
So-
They shivved him with a shank.
If you're not into scars, you're not gonna like me. Just FYI.
We don't like you now.
It's for my Tinder profile, Joe. For everybody, who are interested in the guys who are not scarred,
I-
Maybe you
Here.
can start an OnlyFans and people have, scar kinks.
Scar fetish.
scar
Yeah.
fetishes. There we go.
I mean,
I would
there's
definitely do well with
definitely a
that.
section for that.
Mm-hmm.
Be
What
good name
kind
for
of
a
woman
band.
would that be? What kind of woman has scar fetishes? What
Scar
would I get?
fetish.
Who said it has to be women?
It's true.
Well,
Yes,
Could be those bears.
Hey, if they're paying their $7.99 a month, you take it.
What's the name of your
Yeah, you just
band?
do it,
Scar
right.
You care
fetish.
who's watching?
yeah, actually.
You do. If you get your $7.99, it doesn't matter who's watching.
All right. Are we done?
Yes.
We are?
Scar fetish.
Oh, we're not done.
We're
Oh, hold on. You need to talk about this one.
2.5 hours. Which one?
Oh,
Oh, the
man.
Disney wrongful death?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we were watching that today a little bit. Just
Alright.
on the
Crazy.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of, we talked about that a year ago.
No, we talking.
No.
Yeah, we
different
did.
one.
This is
Different
You
one.
haven't heard of how Disney's trying to get the lawsuit thrown out, have you?
Have you read today how they went back on
Yeah.
that and they're going to back out of it?
Yeah, they reversed it.
Yeah.
but-
Well, bad PR.
Right.
So
Because
Okay, but-
everyone was just
they're going to cancel their tickets and they're going to be broke. So
right.
Disney will be
They're
broke.
everyone's gonna cancel their Disney Plus.
Right.
Everyone's gonna cancel their trips to Disney. Like that's hotels, their theme park. Yeah.
I don't see how they didn't know this. How they didn't think ahead, forward think. Like, okay, let's.
They probably didn't think anyone was gonna see it. They probably just thought it was gonna quietly go. They were gonna get
Not
it
in
dismissed. It
today's
was
world,
quietly
man.
gonna go away,
Yeah.
and then it was gonna be done. I'm
They don't
surprised they
say
haven't
they
paid
don't,
out.
They don't say they want it dismissed. They just say it has to go to arbitration,
Right.
not court.
But it can't go in.
It's
And
just,
they have
it's just
to
a change
settle.
of venue.
Right,
No.
but to the
They have
public.
to set. They
Yeah,
have to
arbitration.
settle.
That's closed doors.
Yeah.
Not like
It's a
court.
mediator. Right.
All right.
It's-
So
yeah.
And then
let's-
there's probably all kind of things
I
you
think
can't
to the
talk
public-
about what happens either after
let's
it's
start.
over.
Right.
Let's assume people don't know what we're talking about for a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
Well, I don't.
So,
So tell me.
a man and woman
I'm gonna
go
read-
to
let me
a
read-
restaurant.
Let me read a little bit about this, Joe.
You're going to spend
Sounds
12
like a
minutes.
joke.
Disney wants wrongful death
Man and
suit
woman go to a restaurant.
thrown out because widower brought an Epcot ticket. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
So they go to Disney Springs, which you don't need tickets for.
It's like their
You
outside shopping
You don't
plaza.
need tickets for Disney Springs. It's
Yeah.
like downtown Disney.
Joe
They
knows.
go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
She is severely allergic to peanuts. She says, I have a peanut allergy. They have a special menu, says, allergy friendly. Tell the staff. She told the staff, all that stuff. Multiple times reminded them, I have an allergy. They serve her food. She gets sick. 3 hours later, she's dead. She was
She
like
even administered an EpiPen.
she was a cancer research doctor or something from New York, and she was down on vacation. This was at Disney Springs. Now, she also had a ticket for Epcot for the next day. Now they're saying that because you purchased the ticket for the park, you signed a waiver that says release all liability and agree to arbitration, whatever, that type of stuff. And he had a Disney Plus like TV account. Like
He signed up for a
3 years
free
ago.
trial in 2019.
3 or 4 years
In
ago.
there, you have a waiver for arbitration, and that they were using that also.
So obviously the wrongful death is against Disney for negligence in the restaurant and all that type of stuff.
Redefined.
He's also suing
So-
for what is it? Emotional, whatever. Like,
And not
you
for
know.
a lot of money either. It's like 50,000 or something like
It's
that.
that's
They
the
could've-
bottom. That just brings it
Okay,
into
yeah.
that just brings it into
Yeah.
the highest court number. So he's shooting for a lot more than that.
Let me just interject real quick. We could have, if I'm Disney or CEO or whatever, we could have cut the chase like.
They could have cut him $5 million and just go away.
Well, no, just let me reach out to this person. Hey, we will do whatever. Can we talk about this? We're sorry, and go from there instead of letting it even get out to this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
how many cases have they settled based on this same type of legal jargon that people didn't even like slip
know
and
about,
fall? Where
right.
I broke my ankle. You know,
You bought a ticket to the
serious.
park. You're not allowed to sue
Right.
us.
If she had died in the park due to some type of accident, like she slipped and fell, or like something hit her in the head, that I can see having to go through arbitration because it's in the the waiver. But
this is something different.
she was eating dinner at a place where they said we can ensure your safety for allergies.
That's almost like a criminal type thing if you think about it, right? I mean, is it, Drew? I don't know. If
The Drinking with Drew studio also has a waiver that you guys unknowingly signed. Just to let you know.
There's a sign on the wall that says you're being recorded at all times.
Right.
True.
No, but it's the opposite of that
think
person that was on the airplane, though.
Somebody's leaving something out of that story on one side or the other.
It's possible,
I
but
think there's more to it than that.
it's the opposite. It's similar, but the opposite of what happened on the airplane, because the airplane thing like 6 months ago, the couple was like, "Oh, can you make an announcement of nobody eat peanuts because my kid is allergic?" And the airline refused to make the announcement because they don't want to be held liable if the kid got sick.
Right.
You can tell people, but we don't want to make that announcement because if somebody else does eat peanuts and your kid gets sick, we're not responsible.
Right.
So they
What is up
refuse
with
to
the
make that
peanut
announcement.
allergy anyway?
Well,
What is up
that's
with
because the
that?
government puts too many chemicals in your food and they're trying to get you.
Yeah, that's right.
No, there's a lot of people.
Anybody have a peanut
When we were
allergy when I was a
kids,
kid?
Yeah, it's a new thing.
Now it's more prevalent than it used to be. in our time.
There's something going on with that too.
the vaccination.
You can't bring peanut butter and jelly to school anymore.
Can't bring
Yeah.
gluten
Are you
products.
serious?
Yeah, because there's kids in school that might have it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not allowed to have peanut butter and jelly in
But
school.
if I bring a peanut butter and jelly,
You're not
sandwich,
allowed because he might be allergic.
Well, that's the whole thing they tried to do. Was it Denmark when they were letting all these people from a certain religion in? It's like, oh, we're against pork or whatever, and they're like, your school shouldn't offer pork because that's against our religion type bullshit. And like, wait,
Then
a
don't
minute.
eat it.
No, right, exactly.
Your choice to believe it or not believe it. So don't eat it.
That's where I'm going.
But they have a different
Don't eat the peanuts.
outlook when it comes down to allergies.
People don't have common
'Cause
sense these
you don't
days.
choose to be allergic, but
No, but if
Yeah, but you
I
should
bring a
choose to be
PB and
smart
J,
enough
that's
to
what
know
I
what
want.
you got.
That's
sensitive to it even being in the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you breathe the
Wow.
peanut dust.
I mean,
In
and
the air.
if that's the case,
Convenient.
live in a fucking bubble.
I
Because
exactly
I'm not
yeah.
gonna stop my kid from eating a fucking peanut butter and jelly if that's
Right.
what they want for lunch.
I would-
Because as a kid, peanut butter and jelly with goldfish crackers on it was my jam.
There was one dude, he was super
just saying.
jacked, and he ate 3 PB&Js a day, man. This guy named
So
Cedric.
good.
He was like, dude, he was...
I don't know if anybody remembers when Big Brother first started their TV show. Their food that was supposed to be like their now slop was peanut butter and jellies, and I'm like, I would literally rock
what's
that
wrong
show
with that?
because they just thought like adults wouldn't like peanut butter and jellies. So when nobody cared and everyone was like, yeah, peanut butter and jellies, they
fine.
then a couple seasons in turned it to their slop, which is like this bland oatmeal porridgey looking crap. So
Did you
in the
just say
beginning-
porgy?
porridgey,
Foragey.
porridge like.
Hmm.
Let's not clip that
like
time that I just said 30 porridges in a row.
I know, right?
Is that like an apogee? A porridgey?
Well, that's what we call George. Little Georgie.
I was over your head.
Little Georgie is little Porge, because kind of like the Porgs
Putting him
from
high.
Star Wars.
Kiss the girls and make them cry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, what's the right thing to do in a situation though? Like, is there other stuff like Doug said that's probably being left out that we just don't know? So it's really hard to make a judgment call.
Bottom line is the person went to the restaurant. Now the person's dead.
Yeah.
So Disney should just say, "Fuck it," we fucked up and settle.
Right.
Yeah, but they're still going to keep. They're still going to keep that wording in their
of
release.
course.
I mean, that's.
Is it possible that she had something from somewhere else, or were they in there the whole time? Like,
she had it there.
Okay.
So if you're in a car and you cross the train tracks and the train hits you and you're dead, that's the train's fault.
Well, I mean, it's
the train doesn't have a problem.
It's all about property. Like you,
right?
They weren't on your property when it happened.
If they didn't have proper markings and things like that's what they have. Like,
what if you bought a ticket to an Amtrak train 3 years prior, and you signed on your ticket stub that you wouldn't ever sue Amtrak for anything?
And I have a peanut allergy.
Then you're screwed.
We know Jason has a penis allergy.
I have a peanut allergy, but I won't sue.
So I don't know. The legalese are ridiculous. And I work for a lot of attorneys.
No, but same thing. Like you go to a baseball game and you get hit by a foul ball.
Right.
Like you're not allowed because you bought that ticket on the back of the ticket says they're not liable for injuries and whatnot.
What curse word was the ball saying?
And
why was it foul?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That was worse than a Jason joke.
What if the pitcher used peanut butter in his slider?
They put some,
and you're allergic to peanuts.
They put
and it hits
snot
you in
on
the
it.
face.
They put snot on the ball.
So are we ever going to see this Olympic breakdancer again?
No.
No.
Do you know the story?
Yes.
No, I don't know the story.
Wait, Joe, do you know the whole story?
She selected herself to go to the
She
Olympics.
selected herself. She created the committee. She ran the auditions, and she selected herself and her husband and that shit team from Australia.
She is a baller.
Because
I love her.
Australia did not have any type of committee for breakdancing, and when they found out that it was going to be in the Olympics, she and her husband started the breakdancing committee.
That's smart.
And they got
Holy
themselves
crap.
in.
It's already not in the 28 Olympics in LA.
But
It's
that's
already
good.
out.
That's a
Shocker.
smart thing to do, right? I mean, that's whether it's ridiculous or not. That's
If you want to go, if your life goal is to go to the Olympics and you suck at life, that's the way to do it.
Have you seen the dances though?
Yeah, we're
So-
gonna
They are balling. They are awesome.
All of the memes
They're so
are
bad. They're
good.
awesome.
All the memes that came out of this is the only good thing.
No, not the memes. Just the dances themselves. She's like, look at her. She's awesome. No, we don't want to see the dude. We just want to see her. Yeah.
The kangaroo.
I mean, but he's doing a good,
You remember when
The hand on the chin is what confused the shit out of me.
reminds me when Elaine was trying to dance on Seinfeld. Remember that?
Is this
pointing
Olympics
and the
or is this
kicking?
really it?
It's the Olympics.
So before it came out,
spasm?
yeah, before it came out that
You cry again.
is the one that put the team together. Before all that came out, she said, "Well, I knew I was never going to beat that other breakdancer, so I was just what did you say? I was just doing something new for
a new artistic form of breakdancing.
right."
Yeah. I mean, she's balling.
She looks like a wabbit.
Oh my gosh, she's a sprinkler.
She did.
Joe, Buderbang.
Oh, bang. Twice
Banging,
over.
banging. Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like
Keller's going to bang.
Beware, we careful.
Be very careful, Doug.
Jason,
Oh, for sure.
Buderbang.
I mean, what in God's name? Like,
I
how
can't
would
see
she
what
do
she
that with
looks
it?
like,
I think just the fact that she went out there and did like the most absurd moves just to highlight the fact that the breakdancing that they do today is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
How is
So I think
no
that is a
one
great
laughing in the
I
audience?
think that is a great like satirical show
So they
right
have-
in your face. Like finger up right in your own face.
But they had to let this
yes.
in, though,
There
baby.
you go.
right?
She also
The thriller.
The rabbit pose?
You got Doug doing the thriller over here.
No, but so there was a category for breakdancing, or did they create
It's a
that?
whole, like, yeah, it was a new sport for the Olympics.
But,
so-
but nobody knew about it, so they created this.
No, they
whole
knew.
thing.
They
No,
knew about
everyone
it.
knew about it. That's why she created it, because she
She
wanted to
created
go
the
to
committee,
the
yeah.
Olympics. But
Gotcha.
Australia did not have a committee for
Gotcha.
breakdancing. So
Yeah.
she created it. But
Okay.
she did put a
Every
video.
other
Created
country
though,
did.
right?
She did post a video on her social media after this, and she was giving information about, I love breakdancing. If I'm not teaching,
But
I'm
did you see the guy
breakdancing.
she's competing against? He's fucking insane.
But then she said that she's like breakdancing
It wasn't
was
against the
started
guy.
in breakdancing was started in Brooklyn or the Queens
Bronx.
in Bronx, and like 1980s, like she was giving like a history lesson by African American guys that were just on the street and having a good time. And she goes, and I thought, who would be a better person to represent that than me? So like she was making fun of herself. Like it was really funny what she was saying, but it's just, oh my God, like.
It's smart what she did, though. I mean, like, you see an opportunity and it's not taken. Like, hey, I'm going to take a chance here. Let's go.
Well,
But they said that she, because of what she did, she actually prevented actually good, skilled breakdancers from making it and giving Australia an actual shot at potentially winning.
But did she start a movement here, though?
No, I would follow her.
No?
Well,
Joe would follow her.
Yep.
How big
Put
is
that
the
mic in front of your face.
breakdancing
Every time you get up,
movement?
Doug,
And-
you move that microphone way far away.
Pull close.
Put that thing in front of your
Yeah.
face. There you go.
Like you're sucking a D.
Preferably
Like you're sucking a Doug, D.
like a bear.
Like a bear, Doug. Give it a bear hug.
Okay.
Give it a mouth hug.
We heard all the comments.
Should we make some more?
Keller says Little Spinner is way better.
Oh, Little Spinner would whoop some ass
Oh,
on the
yeah.
fucking Olympics. Come on now.
Now, do we need to talk about relationships more, guys? Or are we
No.
going?
Yeah, we'll do that next show.
Talk about the dots.
The red dots.
Mm-hmm.
Joe knows.
The red dots, the red flags. Let's just keep it going with the reds.
Yeah. No green in this house.
We had an excellent conversation that night, dude. I wish
We
we had
did.
recorded that, man.
Yeah,
we had some deep.
I recorded the jam sesh.
Candy
Yes.
and yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of
I was stalking you guys from the stairs.
It was a love fest.
Ending.
yeah.
It was a bromance.
Your neighbor probably recorded it and turns it into the fucking
Right,
feds.
it's called
Like,
the-
watch this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Called the cops for noise ordinances.
I don't think
All
we
right.
were that loud.
We've all been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Jesus.
I know.
Wow.
So yeah,
So-
there's sports that come in and go out every different Olympics,
Right.
and they announce them like 5 or 6 years in advance.
Yeah.
So like
nice.
soccer is in it now, but like some years it's been taken out. Baseball was in it
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's like the
Then it was
country.
taken out.
Yeah, the country
Yeah.
that's hosting can add in a
Yeah.
sport if it's not already in there. Yeah.
So breakdancing was in. It's out for the next one.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple more that got added back in. Some like
Metal guitars.
no, I think like some skateboarding and stuff got in next time.
Mhm.
That was out. That was not in
Skateboarding's
this
been
time.
in.
Is
Sometimes
BMX,
it's been in. Sometimes it's been out.
It was
Yeah.
in.
What about
There's
BMX
different. There's different
freestyle?
versions and things like
It's
that.
been in.
And
They
sometimes
need-
that's
they
been
need
in.
guitar
Yeah.
playing in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get out of here because I need to go pee, and it's
Aw.
about that time. Thanks, guys, for checking out the Drinking with
Yes.
Drew show.
Really
Thank
quick,
you for,
Keller ended on a great note. He said nothing but green in his house.
I'm sure. Thank you, Doug Lee, for coming out. Thank you for
Thank
Jason
you.
Starward
Yes.
for hanging with us. And we got a show with Must Not Kill next
Sunday night.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday. It's at Orpheum,
Yes.
Yep.
and they're playing
All that remains.
All That Remains. So check that out. We will be
band.
there. And we were supposed to hear from the guys tonight.
Sorry, I left it on Jason while you were talking.
Oh, that's all right.
Ruh-roh.
We did not
What,
hear
what?
from them, I don't think.
Next time I do that, guys, if you see
He's
your face
cleaning
up on
his
the TV,
garage.
just start puppeting. Just be like opening your mouth like you're talking, but it's his voice.
Yeah,
Make
it's
it
all
real
good.
funny.
We're gonna get some. We're gonna go live on the street. We got Joe gonna do some live interviews with
Live
us.
on the
We got-
street?
Yep, we're gonna do some live street
I
interviews.
didn't
with
even
Pajama
know.
Joe coming up. My stomach still needs a little healing before we start doing that, but we're gonna go out and start getting some street views.
Sexual healing.
And yeah, so we got a few things in the works. I won't talk about them all just yet, but
We might get some naked haircuts.
might get some naked
Topless
haircuts. Who
haircuts.
knows? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like. I mean, Jason say he likes my hair growing out. You know, I was a little.
He's got a fetish for us.
I think he does.
It's all good. I like it.
Like her.
So we're gonna go back to the green room. Maybe have another pizza and a chocolate chip cookie.
I need a pizza, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see you next Tuesday. We're gonna be doing some shorts, so keep checking out
That's Laura's joke.
the channel. If you haven't done so, subscribe, share our channel. We love being shared with all your socials. Share us with your friends, your grandmother, your proctologist, anybody you can think of. And we're trying to get our subscriber count. We got over 500, so we're good. We just need those viewerships. So,
1,000.
we're hanging in there. And we'll see you next week. It's the Drinking with Drew show. And this is the song that Must Not Kill put together for our outro. We'll see you next week. All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the Drinking with Drew show. Stay tuned for more uploads, more shows. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Humble Social, all the socials. Our live shows are Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check us out live. You can call into the show and be a part of it. See you soon.